Right, mate?
There's no spider.
There's no spider. Here we go. Rightio, Al. A bit of volume this time. Thanks, Tyler. Welcome to Simmel Oval for the GDFNL match of the round today between Werribee and the Belmont Lions. Belmont currently on top. Werribee equals second with East Geelong. Galvin Park for us older folk, so those who know. As usual, we have our commentary team alongside us. The weather here a little bit overcast. We're picking on winds the other week, Grubby, but Werribee haven't really turned it on, have they?
Well, I'll tell you what, boy, and by the way, g'day, you. That's a shocking. That's the worst introduction I've ever heard.
My first one was good, but it wasn't on air.
Yeah, so thank you for introducing me, even though you didn't.
I said, Grubby, I know who you are.
Unbelievable, you are. You want to? Hey, I'm telling you now, I'm going up market next week too, so I'll give you a bit more info later. But look, welcome viewers, welcome listeners, welcome back to the home of football, Simmel Oval.
Yeah.
And
Home of football.
my home of football. Anyway, I live across the road. And what are you looking at, you idiot? And is that what he said?
Yeah.
I tell you what, Alex Tagati last week was absolutely sensational. My wife and I watched it on my phone. I just couldn't stop laughing. Did it magnificently. So good on you, Alex. He was nearly coming today too, but he's gone up to Warrnambool to watch his brother, who's playing up there. Yeah, look, at a wonderful week in Albury, but we're back now, back to probably, hopefully, the best game we're going to see so far. The two sides are playing very, very good football, and I tell you what. This could go either way. Belmont haven't lost a game. Werribee have lost the one. The reserves, well, that's going Werribee's way at the moment, but there's a few out from Belmont. Yeah, look, we better introduce someone else before I start talking anyway.
Yeah, maybe we should do that, mate. And, of course, we'll make sure his introduction's right, because you know what he's like.
Oh, yeah, he's worth
And the voice of the GDFNL football coverage, Dale Smith. Welcome, Dale.
Yes, thanks, Spider. Nice to be here again this afternoon. And just taking the requirements now to get me through the rest of the day.
The throat lozenges.
We're looking forward to, as I said, Grubby's had a good game of football, 1v2, and maybe that mightn't be the case after today. But as I said, all words is that Belmont have got a few players out, but as I said, they've been able to put players in the field. So let's hope they all turn up and play football, because we are looking forward to having a good game here this afternoon. And the conditions should suit both sides, and it should be a good game of footy. That's what we're hoping for.
As Grubby alluded to, the current score in the seconds is Werribee 11-11-77, leading Belmont 2-1-13. We're in the third quarter here. So, Grub, before we go any further, mate, something happened during the week that you're keeping to yourself here? You've caught Dale.
No, I haven't.
Turned 62 yourself, buddy.
No, he went past me ages ago.
Well, I
65.
I turned 62, but yeah, you're right. He's 65, so it's still
Happy birthday, Richard.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We won't sing happy birthday like you did last week, because the event's not here.
No, it's in the middle of the week anyway.
Yeah, it was a Wednesday, so it's not really, much of a day.
No, it's well gone now. It's past.
No, happy birthday, buddy.
Yep.
Enjoyed it up in sunny Echuca?
We did finish up at Echuca, but the first couple of days was in Albury. It was just bloody beautiful up there. I actually got back on the alcohol a little bit, sat at the Edamoga pub in the sunshine, and it was just beautiful. I only had a couple, but I really enjoyed it. And we come back to pretty good. You wouldn't believe this, you blokes, but this morning at 10 o'clock here, it was 28 and sunny. I just don't know what's happened. The clouds come over, but it'll nick off. We'll still get the great Werribee day.
That is absolutely ridiculous, mate. We had Sir Robert give us the forecast for Werribee today, and it's never been 28. So it's usually 23 and sunny, you say, mate, not 28.
What do I usually say, Smithy?
28 and sunny.
28 and sunny. That's what it was, but it's got colder since.
That's why you're wearing a beanie, two jumpers.
I'm wearing a beanie.
Shirt.
I'm wearing a beanie because, as you know, well, you go for it. You know more about it than I do.
I was about to lead into the beanies, Grub, and you can continue, mate. But we are wearing the Big Freeze beanies. Well, everyone bar me is at the moment, so I better put mine on as well. 10 years of the Big Freeze. Big day tomorrow at St Joey's. St Joey's versus St Mary's. A lot of people going down the slide, including your mate Tom King. So I think we should go there with bags of ice, Grubby, and throw them at him. Yeah,
well, I would love to do that, but look, he's all for the community, Tom. He does a great job, and just putting his head on the line again, and it'll be freezing in there, but he does a great job. And all the best, not just to Tommy, but all the people who help with this MND, because it's such, well, what do they call it, the beast? It's such a terrible thing. One of the old umpires from the GDFL passed away because of it a few years ago. He was a VFL and VFA umpire, John Gambetta.
Yep.
And, he died because of it. But, yeah, it's a horrible thing. But I tell you what, they're raising money to try and get a queue. And you can't talk MND without saying what an unbelievable person Neil Danaher is. I mean, I think he was going to be one of the greatest footballers of all time before he done his knee. And now he's showing his true colours and how tough he is and leading the fight against this terrible disease.
Good coach a bit too, couldn't he?
Yeah.
But you're right, mate. It's it sometimes takes someone like that to step up and put it into the spotlight, doesn't it?
Well, it does. It does. And look, I know he's not the sole person that does it, but he's the face of it.
Yep.
And now he's got people in because his health's deteriorating. But I think a lot of people thought he may not still be here. But geez, he's a fighter. And I tell you, everyone who gets it is just inspired. Everyone who doesn't get it are inspired by the way he handles himself.
Well, it's 10 years. 10 years this year, so, it's obviously must be 11 years since he announced it.
Yeah.
And, I think the lifespan, it's never really that long. So, you're right, mate, true fighter. And, he is the face of it, and there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, a lot of different people who are involved. But, yeah, you're right, he's done a magnificent... And also, I think his daughter's taken over a lot of it now too, mate. So, she's doing an amazing job as well. And everybody else who is involved, everyone who's sliding tomorrow, just amazing because it's not like it's done in the middle of summer when it's might be a little bit easier. It's done in the middle of winter, so you're actually putting yourself out.
Yep.
So anyway, so we're going to have a little special guest on shortly, Grub. One of your favourite people, a local umpire. So that's you just said young Noah Kennedy's going to come and join us soon. He's 13 today. Umpired his 50th game this morning.
Wow.
And what do you want to do for his birthday? Come meet the GDFNL commentary team.
Isn't that good?
That's what
Isn't
he wanted
that
to do.
good?
He'll learn.
I think Andy Richards summed it up pretty well on hashtag this morning. He said he'd be disappointed as Collingwood in 2018.
What, did you have the gumboot on this morning?
Yeah, the gumboot was on this morning, mate.
Oh.
As I called him the scarecrow, mate.
Did he do a good job?
Outstanding in his field. He wasn't bad actually.
Yeah.
He wasn't bad. It was a bit like the other week when Peter Murray was on. Mitch was very subdued, and I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. No, Andy was actually pretty good, mate. So.
Well, when I used to listen to it before I was on it, I thought he was the best on it. So.
Well, there goes your invite back anyway, doesn't it, eh? Let's be honest, though, Grub, there's not a lot to compare with.
Well, no, he was here the other week at the commentary box. Where was that at?
That was at Thompson. He was trying to get the two off them.
Yeah,
at Thompson,
I was going to give him the dinner for two, but it looked like he'd already eaten it.
Well, mate, when he took his top off today, my God. They're talking about him running for council again. He hasn't run anywhere in 10 years. And I can judge that because I haven't either.
Yeah, he's not on his own now, I can tell you.
No, not in his pet line. Anyway, we've got a big round of GDFNL football coming up, so we'll wait for young Noah to make his way over here. We better have a look at a couple of games, I suppose. Oh, hang on, he's made his way over. Come on, get in here, young fella. He'll sit there. We've got him set up, Dale. He can keep you.
Oh, that's right. I want to get me clock.
Oh, Dale's got to get his clock.
Yeah.
So.
Bloody idiot.
Idiot. So, look at Mum Jodie standing at the front there. She's got the camera going. Put those headphones on, young fella. First of all, mate, this is Grubby sitting beside you. Grubby.
G'day.
Noah, how are you, brother?
Good.
How you going?
As we said, young umpire, up and coming, umpired the GDFNL, went up to the Ballerine a couple of weeks back. Umpiring, just doing the boundary at the moment, mate.
Yeah,
Plans to go to become a senior umpire,
definitely.
central
100%.
umpire. Also your birthday,
Yes, it is.
and ridiculously wanted to come and meet the commentary team.
Yeah, no, I was quite interested and wanted to come up and see you.
Yeah, your mum had said that. I worked with Jodie, worked with Noah's mum. So, so
Okay.
first of all, happy birthday, mate! Congratulations on the 50 games
Thank you.
as an umpire, mate. That's
Hang on.
outstanding.
How old?
I'm 13 now.
13.
Yeah.
Wow.
Had to think about that, didn't you?
Yeah.
A little bit concerning. All right, mate. What got you in umpiring? What made you make the decision to become an umpire?
When I was 5, I met this guy who was an AFL umpire, and I was watching him on the TV, looking for him when he was doing the games on the AFL.
Yep.
And one day I turned around and said to Mum and Dad, I want to be an AFL umpire just like him.
Well, we talk about like women and men these days who have that chance to become players.
Yeah.
It's a different path to take to get involved in the AFL system. So that's fantastic on you, mate. How are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. My favourite part is probably just doing the running and throwing the ball in.
I'm not sure about this running business. Just talking about running a second, aren't we, Grubby? Not fans of running. Favourite umpires in local footy? Do you have one? One that you like? Do you have any centrals you like to umpire with, or any boundary umpires you like to umpire with?
I can't say.
So who was the umpire you seen when you were 5?
It was David Harris.
Okay.
He's retired now.
Number 24.
Yeah, number
It
24.
wouldn't surprise you. My old boss umpired 350 games of AFL footy, including 7 grand finals.
Wow.
Brett Allen, who was an outstanding umpire back in the day in the AFL.
Yeah.
We know him too. So 13, 50 games up. Who'd you umpire this morning, mate? 'Cause I know you're going to Geelong this afternoon.
I umpired St Joey's and St Mary's under 18s.
Who won that?
St Mary's by, I think it was 50.
50. Ooh, I hope it's not Noma for tomorrow, Grub.
Well, yeah, and I have to disagree with you too because I just don't think there's anything such thing as a fantastic umpire. But maybe you might be the first, buddy, eh?
I hope.
Hey?
Look, we have been blessed the last couple of weeks, haven't we, Grub? Even last week as well.
Yeah, our umpiring has been fantastic. I must admit that. And who do you train with? Do you train with all the umpires in Geelong?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you run into Nutchos and all those blokes? Because he's my favourite umpire. Probably.
Yeah.
Steve Guanaccia, he's my favourite. So you just watch him, he'll teach you a few things.
No, steer clear of him. Go and hang out with Noel Hooper. That's who you want to be with, or Mark Nolan.
Well, you can keep up with them anyway. What about, how do you get on with Jock Hillgrove?
Yeah, he's definitely a nice guy. He's basically what got me into the umpiring.
Okay, so he's like a big help to you?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So who else is down there with you who does a bit of coaching?
Well, the boundary umpire coaches, just James Brayshaw, Brian Hunter-Evans and Eden Stubbings.
Yep.
They're definitely big mentors for me, and I look up to them.
Does
greatly.
Calvin Clissold get down there much?
Oh, I haven't heard the name.
Oh,
Good. Stay away from that idiot. I'm telling you. Stay well away from him. He knows absolutely nothing about it. If he ever tells you something, just close your ears.
Do the exact opposite. He'll be listening now because he's heavily involved in umpires. He umpired and he played at Belpo still for a while. His sons play at Belpo still too.
Yeah.
So you stay away from him, don't you, Grub?
Yeah.
Best
So
advice
what's
we
the
can give you.
pathway? At the moment you're doing the boundary and you're 13. When do you reckon you'll get a gig at the senior umpire and stuff?
Oh, well, I'm hoping to step up a level next year and go to the field umpiring.
Yep.
Making all the big decisions.
Right.
But then we'll just see how it rolls after that.
And that'll be juniors.
Yeah.
So within a few years, you hope to be out here in the GDFL, Ballerine and GFL, I guess.
Yeah, well, I'm doing seniors now for the boundary.
Yep.
Just did last week, actually, my first BFL game, Ballerine.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. But your whole ideal is to be a field umpire and hopefully an AFL field umpire.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
We don't hear a lot of it, do we, Grub?
No, we don't.
We do
That's
talk to
why-
a lot of different people around a lot of different sport around this sport. We don't hear a lot of people actually come with this sort of enthusiasm to becoming an umpire. It has changed a little bit since Grubby, got banned from the commentary box for abusing umpires one day.
I did
It
not.
was actually abused players, but anyway. But it has changed. So we've been blessed the last 3 weeks. The games we've covered, the umpiring has been absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
So we hope you can continue that tradition, buddy.
What about the abuse? Can you be able to put up with the abuse?
Oh, I just take it and have a laugh on the field.
Okay, because who knows? One day if you're umpiring, especially down here at Galvin Park, and you give a free kick against Werribee Centrals, you know I'm going to give it to you.
There's a fair chance he'll jump out the box, Noah. He's been known to do that before. More to the coaching staff than the umpires, but yeah.
Now and again.
All right, buddy, we'll let you go because we know you're
Yeah.
heading down to Geelong to watch them absolutely belt the suitcase out of my Tigers. And if they don't, there's something seriously wrong down at Catland, mate. But thank you very much for coming along, buddy.
No
we really
worries.
appreciate it, mate.
Yeah.
So you can actually watch this. This will be on the YouTube channel
Yeah.
straight after the game. Be live, mate.
You won't need to. We've got the whole video there.
Yeah, that'll be on Facebook in 5 minutes, mate. Don't worry about that,
Yeah.
Jones. We'll upload that straight away. But no, listen, buddy, thank you for coming in. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your birthday.
Yeah.
Did you get a new bike, did you?
Oh, yeah, new bike.
You've gone from running to riding
You
already,
should have
mate.
written it down
Cars,
here.
Yeah.
Cars only a couple of years away, mate.
Yeah.
Won't be running then. Don't worry about that.
All right. Thank
Mate,
you.
Buddy, thank you
Wonderful.
for coming in.
Thanks, Mark.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Wonderful to have you, mate.
Thank
Good to
you.
see you. And hope we see you progress right through to when you'll
Yeah.
watch you at the MCG, I'll say, hey, I know that kid. I know him.
Don't worry, mate. We'll get your number. You're ringing for passes to get in. Don't worry about that.
Only the Carlton
None of
goes.
the counting. Well, thanks for coming in, young fella. Really
No
appreciate it,
worries.
mate. Nice to meet you and enjoy the rest of your birthday.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
Well done,
Thank you
buddy.
very
Well done.
much.
Good lad.
Good on you.
No worries, Joe.
Thank you.
I'll take mine back and you can.
No
No
worries.
No worries, Joe. Thank you. All right. We'll wander into a bit of footy. Thanks, young Noah. That was it's always good to talk to young blokes who
That was
have
terrific.
ambition. Absolutely, it was.
Just the way he spoke. You know, you speak to a lot of footballers and they hum and he come straight out and went bang.
13.
Yeah, fantastic.
Speaks better than us. Maybe you'll take our job next year.
Maybe you can have this one right now. And I'll go and have a couple of cans.
What, a couple of cans of Coke?
No, CC's.
Back on the CCs.
Yeah.
All right, couple of games to look at before we get into this, the match of the round. out to Town and Country Pizza Oval Grub. Got your notes ready?
Yeah.
Did you do your notes while you were away last week?
Yeah, Pepperoni Park. What do I call it?
Pepperoni.
Go to Smithy. I've lost my glasses. I've lost
Dale
everything.
Thompson versus Geelong West, mate. Out at Mitchell Park.
Well, again, we sort of spoke about the good Thompson, bad Thompson scenario. I suppose it's their time to the good Thompson turn up. The opposition, unfortunately, won't be great out there. I wouldn't think Geelong West are really, really struggling to get themselves up and going this year. Injuries, we know, at the start of the year, we're starting to get probably not sick of that as an excuse, but as I said, they're putting players on the field, but they're just not performing like they should. Did any of those boys get suspended that we were talking about last week? Did Troop get suspended?
Troop got found guilty. 1 week early guilty plea. He's off.
That's generous.
So he's, yeah.
That's
Oh, well.
okay. Well, that's all right. At least he's in the side. So, look, with their very best available, Thompson should be far too good out there this afternoon. As I said, they need him firing. I know Jacko McLeod's come back. Sammy Jack has just come back in. So, little game continuity.
McLeod didn't play last week.
Did he?
Nope. And he has not been named today.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh, I thought he was in last week. But
No, he was supposed to be. He didn't play. Leighton Thorburn's back in.
Yep.
That one I know. I can't. There is another one back in too. Was it Kelly? Did he play last week?
I'm not too sure. But anyway, I'm going to tick Thompson at home.
You're right, Air Grub?
Yeah, I'd like you to look. Have you got the Play HQ from last week?
From last week?
Yeah, go through the Thompson team for me, will you?
Yeah, rightio, mate. Give me 2 seconds. I can do that.
Yeah, this is Thompson and West at Thompson.
Yes, mate, it is.
Look, I think West. Look, they were struggling. I think they're starting to get a few back. But
I know Jacko did play last week.
I know he played last
We
week.
had that
I told
chat
you
after the
3
game.
times during the week, and you still went with it. That's why I told you he played.
Anyway.
Because he
did
whacked
play.
15 blokes.
Well, he didn't,
So,
didn't play, not playing today.
no.
Who else do you want to know about, mate?
No, that's all, because I knew he played. Oh, geez, it's hard, Smithy. We better get Cameron back.
Move on.
I had my paperwork sitting on my bench, and obviously I didn't pick that this morning either.
Now,
No, we actually mentioned that because somebody texted in last week and said he didn't play, but then we checked it and he did play.
I know he played. Anyway, at Thompson, I think Thompson might be too strong, although the Giants is getting a little bit better and better as they go along. They've got in with Butters, Hutchinson and Jenkins, but they lose Gin, who was good when we saw him, Turner and Stan Shuey. So
Back umpiring?
I don't know whether he's injured or not, but they get 3 decent players in, but they lose 3 decent players. And I think that's been their story for quite a while. Thompson, well, they got a few back in as well. I think Stoneham, as you said, Thorburn, Plant, he's playing again today. I don't think Plant, he played last week. Kelly, the big thing, though, is I think consistently their best player for the year has been Travis Maguire.
He's out.
And he's out today, so that'll hurt him a little bit. But at home, I think I'll go for the Tommy. They'll have to do something. A 12-goal thrashing here last week. That's not Thompson. And I'll show you that that's not Thompson today.
I'm interested to see your thoughts, Grub, before we quickly move on. Billy Smets come out during the week to say he was the leading the Athlete's Foot MVP.
Was he?
Yes.
Well, then we can't argue with that because we've only seen him, once.
I wasn't arguing with it.
Yeah, but I mean, we can't argue with that, and obviously he is. But
one vote in front of...
So who votes that?
That the opposition coaches vote for the other side.
Yep.
The 3-2-1.
And I think that's a very good way to do it because obviously they're coaching and and if one bloke stands out, they're trying to stop him and all that. Whereas the umpires, all 3 of them, they've got a hard enough job to do as it is, and then sit down and give votes. So, and that's not having a go at them, but it's a lot harder. But now, well, as I spoke to Mitch, he said he played one ordinary game. He didn't play that well the day we saw him, but he's been playing really good footy. So, good on the bloke.
All right, out at Keith Barclay Oval, mate, North Geelong. North Geelong taking on Bellpost Hill. Grub?
Gee, I'll tell you what, Bellpost Hill, I know we say it every week, but they lost all those players to Great Western. I still think, I don't know if they won a game yet.
They won one the other week.
They won one, did they?
Yeah, they beat Carrum up, mate. Carrum's only got 9 players.
Well, there you go. But and we said that would make them, very vulnerable. But the side that they've had for early in the year, with all these young blokes coming through, it was competitive, and it beat East Geelong, and they were very good. But now they've got a lot more injuries to the players that they have got, and that tests their depth a little bit too much. Most clubs wouldn't have that depth, and Belpo still haven't, which makes them really struggle. I think that, let me say, Chirkop the other week played pretty well. He's back in, and Bryans is back in. So, but I think out was the two Martin boys, Harvey and Angus. I don't know if they're injured or getting a spell, but North, Beecroft comes back in for his first game since round 1, I think it is, and Dalziel. Brandon O'Toole. Where does he fit in the O'Toole dynasty? Does anybody know?
No.
Well, I better find out about that. See how we go. See if he's any relation to one of the greatest families in Geelong for football, the O'Tooles.
So who goes out?
Of the north side?
Yeah.
Humphreys, Wickham, and just another bloke who probably won't make much difference in Tommy Swenison.
Oh.
So that's going to hurt him, but I don't think it'll hurt him enough on form for Belpo to be able to beat him. I think North will beat him.
The big one I see, Tommy Bryans is back in for Belpo still, so that does help. And Yates's done the Jim Steins and completely recovered from a broken leg, broken arm, crushed skull.
But he played last week, Yatesy, didn't he?
Mad.
Yeah, he did.
Mad.
Yeah.
Dale?
Yeah, look, North Geelong have been going along pretty nicely, Spider. They've been able to just find avenues to goal and be in most games, and that's probably a credit. With their young side, as I said, you're going to have that little bit of variety from week to week where you don't get the same consistency in their performance. I think Blake Miller, he actually was he reported or something last week as well or something? Did I read that somewhere?
No, I didn't see that one.
I thought.
Asked me. I was in Albury.
Oh, that's right.
You usually know everything's going on.
I
not from Albury.
actually thought so, I read somewhere, but now
got power up there.
I couldn't find out where I read all this sort of stuff. But anyway, look, North Geelong going okay. They've got a great balance, I think, now. Tommy Swenson going out does hurt them quite a bit, but I think with what they've got with Mitch Abib, Fazio, he's been kicking goals. The young kid with the long hair, what's his name? Desnoy.
Rory.
I haven't seen the best of him from the games we've seen him play, but by all reports he's getting a fair bit of praise from the place around the club. So he's definitely one to watch, and I think their firepower will be too strong for Belpo Still. And Belpo Still last week weren't too far away from Bannockburn early in the game.
Half time, yeah.
But as the game wore on, things obviously changed for them. So they've got their ability to stay in games of football, and as I said, they have got the ability to win, but I just think it's up against the North Geelong
Yeah,
this
8 goals to
afternoon.
1 last week. He was the third quarter, and
Yep.
that was the difference in the end. So, anyway, out the Footrot Flats, Grub, Anarchy taking on Corio.
I tell you what, this has developed into could be a really, really good game. Corio have been reasonable without winning, and they chalk up a win. That's got to be good for the confidence.
Big win too.
That was big,
last week. Big win.
Yeah, that's a big win for them. I actually texted Darren and said, well done, mate, because that's what you want to see, these blokes that are coming up have a win like that. Anarchy, on the other hand, they've been good, and they've been poor at times. I think it depends on what sort of team that they can actually get in there. Corio, they got Short making his debut. He came, I don't know where he come from, but he's had a couple in the reserves, and he's coming in, and Bartolo's in. There's a rumour, I know he hasn't been named, but there's a rumour that Jake Lloyd may play.
Sam Lloyd.
Sam Lloyd may play. So that would give him 3 games for the year. I don't know what the system is to play finals if they do make it, but
Has been named on Play HQ.
yeah, well, there you go.
If he does play though, it's
And-
still grubby. He's still, but after the 3rd of June, he can't play finals anyhow.
No, he needs to be clear.
Well, he have to. If he is going to make a decision that he's going to play at Anarchy or he's going to play at Wangaratta or wherever he's from, Warwick Nabil or whatever he's from, he can't have a best of both worlds after
He's up at
3rd of June. Huh?
He's up at Dinnerlickman.
Didn't look. Oh, well, there you go. Well,
And
I did with someone.
Coolamun's in too.
He is in.
Yes.
Well, there's another one. All right, let's forget about Lloyd for a minute because I don't know what I'm going to bring up the AFL Barn or something and see what these rules are, right? Because they actually do affect Werribee here too. But the big fella, Cole.
Yep.
Now, what happens? What's the qualifying rules for him?
Well, again, if is he actually playing games at Geelong or is
Yes.
Yeah.
he has?
Yes.
Yeah.
So is there a qualifying or does he just have to play 3?
But again, it would. It's a bit like the juniors. I don't know if you qualify. If you play so many games at Geelong, do you have to play the same amount back here and now?
That's what I'm asking because I know you have to play 3 no matter what.
Yep.
Right? You have to play 3. After that, like say if it is seniors and reserves, something like that, then you have to play. Was it 70% or something?
Yeah,
9 and 9, whatever, and they work that out. But maybe Cogsy might know. I don't know. But there's got to be a rule that says if the big fella Cole, if he plays so many games with Geelong, then he probably couldn't play finals with Anarchy. Would that be right?
The only way I'd see it is similar to what happens if your seniors and reserves play on the same weekend during finals.
Yeah.
So if your seniors and reserves play on the same, it used to be the same day, but they change it to the same weekend. You can play either grade.
Yeah.
So I imagine if Geelong are playing the same day, if he's played his 3 games or whatever, if Geelong are playing the same day that Anarchy are playing,
And he doesn't get a game with Geelong,
he could play. That's all I could think of.
No, I don't reckon that.
I don't know.
Right.
even though he's played.
I don't think that would be right. I think there's got to be a ruling of, as to if he's not playing in there, as long as he's played the qualifying games back here, I think he'll be able to play. But again, what that is, and if he plays 8 there, does he have to play 8 here, or is it 6 and 6? Or once he's played, as you said, 3, he's eligible to play. I think that's probably
sure
more the scenario.
Yeah, well, I need that clarified. You're right. The Lloyd one is different. If he wants to continue to play for Anarchy after June, he has to get a clearance to Anarchy.
Yep.
Otherwise, that's the end of him. He has to go back to the Deniliquin Rams.
Yep.
Right? Werribee will have the same thing with Daly Andrews. This is his 2nd game today. Now, if he does play another one, he's the same as the big fella from Anarchy.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
And the good thing about Werribee, he's a 1-pointer.
Yeah, he is.
Because he
So
plays.
it's Coolamun too.
Yeah.
He's a 1-pointer.
Yeah, so I'd need to find that out, but in the end,
How can he be 1-pointer?
Coolamun.
Yeah.
He hadn't played footy before he started playing in last
Hardly
year.
ever played.
He
There you
barely
go.
played.
He was a basketballer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Grub, who wins,
I
mate?
don't know. I don't know.
Good. Thank you, Splinters.
I'll go for Crow, bugger it. I just like the way they're going.
Perfect. Dale?
Look, Cryer, very impressive last week. Their performance last week, as I said, they probably had to go out and do something like that against the opposition they played. And it comes down to those, probably the same people that we speak about week in, week out. You know, obviously, Toby Bennett now a lot more responsible on him as being a leader at the club. So he stepped up as one of their better players.
And he has too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jelinek boys, they were okay. Burns boys were okay. Matty James, all those sort of players, they all must have done their bit last week to be able to put up a performance and win so easily. The other side of the ledger is that Anarchy, by all reports, should have probably nearly beaten Inverleigh last week. I think they were about a goal up, and I think that Bosley had a chance to put them 12 points up, and then they had another shot later on to also extend that lead, but didn't make those points count. Inverleigh kicked the last couple of goals of the game and ended up winning by the 10 points. So to do that now, and that shows a little bit more consistency that they are playing, there is a heavy reliance upon guys like Dalhouse and those sort of guys. We still haven't seen their forwards at their very best and consistently at their very best, and that's what they need to do. If they're going to win games, obviously football is that you got to kick goals, and those blokes that are out there to recruit and to be able to kick goals, they have to do it today. I'm going to tip Anarchy at home today, but I don't think it'll be an easy contest out there, and as I said, this could swing either way, but I think just their performance over the last couple of weeks, Anarchy, has been very, very consistent, and they're starting to find their feet a little bit and obviously playing a bit of time together. So I think they might just get over the line today.
Yep, fair enough. All right, out to Victoria Park. Bannockburn taking on East Geelong. Dale, well, Grubby sorts out his phone.
Yeah, look, same thing, Spider. I just don't know who's come back in for Bannockburn, whether Elzinger's still is tied up in Geelong. If he did, that's great. They obviously won their game of football last week. We saw East Geelong last week play Winchelsea. While the game never reached any great heights, they're a side that just do enough to be able to get themselves to be able to win games of football. Obviously, they will lose Zach Smith. I would think his hamstring wouldn't have been
He's out.
any good.
He's
Did
out.
they bring in... No?
No.
So
No, Watson Searle, mate. He'll play the twos again.
I'll tell you, they brought in Warwick.
Oh, okay.
Been playing in the second.
Yeah, Chris Warwick's in, yeah.
Oh, okay.
in.
Well, that's interesting because Wiley's can dominate at that level. I think just at senior football, he might be found out a little bit, to be honest.
Just for fitness, do you think?
Oh, well, obviously, I'm not too sure how much he's doing, Grub, but again, he is a strong lad. Look, he does know how to find his way around a football ground.
My word,
and if he's in forward, he can play that Zach Smith role because he's got the strength to be able to push and shove and be able to kick goals. They were very impressive last week. I saw their best players that Sammy Lowe was named their best player.
On, yeah, I was wondering what was going on there.
And that was... you would have given him
Well, I
free vote.
gave him my vote.
I know you would have. If you watch the first quarter, Grubby, it was clearly probably the best man.
Yeah.
He was very, very good. But he had a big influence. Your mate McLaughlin started the game like he was just going to burn rubber all day.
Oh, yeah.
But he never had a great part of the game either. He still got into their best players. They've got a really good mix now. They've got the talls in there. As I said, Sobey for me early in the season, I'm thinking, is this bloke going to be a bonus or not? But I tell you what, last week he's able to get round the ground as good as anybody now. He's able to get back and help in defence when he needs to, and he's not a bloke that's unable to kick a football. He can still do that pretty damn well. So I, as much as I'd love to see Bannockburn win the game of football, there is enough to say to me that this is one of the other sides that's definite chance to win the flag this season, and I think East Geelong will win this afternoon, and I think it will be about a 4-goal margin.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I haven't got much more to add to that, to be quite honest.
Can't go one show without it, can we?
No, I'd say, as I said, Warwick's in pain came in as well. The other bloke, they've lost a pretty good player this week, and Billy Andrews not playing. So I don't know why, but he's not playing. And I don't think the boys are back in at Banno because in are Henderson, Brodie, and Harding. And
BJ?
No.
BJ
Brodie,
Summers.
I stuffed that up.
Oh, is it?
I stuffed that up. Henderson and Brodie Harding.
Brody Harding.
Yeah, Brodie Harding.
Not
I can't
Brodie.
read my own writing.
That'd be Ricky's other son.
Yeah, so, and I think Vickers is out. He's a pretty good player. And Thompson, who I don't know much about. So, I agree with you. I would think at the moment, even though they're only second on the ladder, from what I've seen, and I must admit, I've seen them more times than other sides, I think they're my premiership favourites at the moment. A lot of water to go under the bridge. It's a long, long way to August, September, but they'd be mine at the moment. And I just think they're probably good enough. As you said, Watson Searle's still got to come back in when he's ready.
Week.
Yeah, the Mulvales.
He did look undone last week, though.
Did he?
In
Yeah.
the seconds.
Well, you mentioned Menzies as well, after the break.
The good thing about that is because they're going along so well, they don't have to rush them in. They can play them a few games until they're 100% ready, not 80 or 90.
Yep.
And when you're sitting second and going well, you can afford to do that. I think they'll beat Bannockburn. Bannockburn's best is pretty good, but they don't seem to bring it every single week, and that's because of the changes in their side. The young fellas, like as I said one other time, we boomed them up saying, oh, yeah, they're a great help. They're more than a great help. They're not just the nucleus as a side. They're their side at the moment. They're wonderful, wonderful players. And I think for Bannockburn to beat the top sides, they need these blokes in. Hey, Scotty, they need these blokes in. So, and they're not in today, so I'm going to go for East.
So it's all over here in the twos. So wherever you skipped away on top of the ladder now, 12-14-86 defeating Belmont at 3-4-22. All right, one more game before we get this one, and it's out at Winch. Winch taking on Inverleigh.
Well, Inverleigh are a pretty big disappointment at the moment. I think they're even pretty much disappointed with themselves a little bit, but but they've got the nucleus still there. I think everybody's just sitting back until they push that button and here they come. Well, that might not happen.
Run out of time.
Well, the thing that's keeping them in the competition is the fact that the competition is so close that they lose a few and don't fall too far behind. But if they lose today, I know they've got Werribee in the next couple of weeks. If they lose the next couple of games, it might be Sunday too far away here.
Got East as well.
Yes.
Next month.
Yeah, so they really need to really put the foot on the pedal and start playing their best football. They've got Finn O'Keefe back. He's playing today. Paddy Burke's back in, who's a good player, and young Logan Haberfield.
Yep, Haberfield.
So he goes all right. But the big fella's out, Luke Wilson, with an ankle problem. McNally's not playing, and Billy Cations is out.
Yep.
And he's been one of the ones that, when we've seen him, has played pretty well. So
He's got the old man's disease.
yeah, there was a rumour going around, even though I don't know if he's named or not, but I don't think Matt Tyquin's going to play either. And if he doesn't play, it means he goes away. He'll be away for 4 weeks. So those big games that they've got against Werribee, and he won't be there. And I tell you what, I got sent the stats the other week. 52 possessions he got, 26 contested possessions. That doesn't help. That does not happen in football anywhere. So, that's a big, big loss for Inverleigh.
Did the coach send that through to you?
Yeah. The coach sent it through. Yeah.
Coach on hashtag last
No,
week.
I've got the thing at home on premium data. I can get the premium data. I don't get it very often, but
He messaged me and said, "What does CP stand for?"
yeah.
Um,
What does it? Oh, yeah.
I did forget a bloke that you would have coached, Dale. Plays game 250 for Bannockburn today.
Oh, Sammy
Happy.
Higgleton.
Happy.
Was he kidding? Oh, is he?
Yeah, he'd be 500 if he wasn't drunk every second week.
Well, didn't he play for? Did he go out to Inverleigh and play? No.
No, he's always been at Banno.
Okay.
Always been at Banno. He's had more career clubs than the Callaway Pro Shop, but
Yeah.
footy-wise, no, he's always been at Banno. So game 250, and also Inverleigh, mate. Casey Meehan turns 28 today.
28.
No, you're not getting any younger,
Well,
are they?
without having a go at him, he's one of the blokes who has to play better footy because he can. Not purely and simply any other reason, he can.
Yeah.
So he has to. Now, Winch, James, Todd and Nankervis, I'm not quite sure those blokes. I've only seen them once, but they come in. And Morris, Berg played pretty well the day we saw him.
It's good
And-
last week again.
Yeah, and Cook. So where's this game at?
This is at Winchelsea.
That Winch.
It's at Winch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cook was pretty important to them last week. He up forward and that, so he got a bit. Who was the other one you said out?
Berg and Morris.
Morris. Oh, he's a ruckman.
Is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's there 40,
Yeah.
47. He's there, ruckman. Yeah.
Right.
So Maloney will go in the ruck.
Maloney will have to ruck.
That's a big hole.
Well, yeah.
Cadman Welsh or
Well, Cad Welsh will have to do it, I think, and I wouldn't be surprised if Dolk Rundle has a bit of a run in there.
Throw Mason
To be honest.
Dixon in for
Mason
5
Dixon's
minutes.
gonna have to go in at some stage too.
Yeah, maybe they've got 3 options there. They can run through there. So
Yeah, that's gonna be tough at Winch. I'm tempted to go for Winch, but I'm worried about Inverleigh pushing that button I talk about. No, bugger it. I'll have to go. I've always tipped on form, and I think Winch are playing the better footy. I'm going to go for Winch.
Winch are playing probably better football, but they're not winning games of football. Grub. That's the biggest problem I've had to see. But I don't. With Berg out, Cook out, they're 2 really good players, and they bring a couple of blokes in. Obviously, Tav Sawney's still not venturing into that side. So, look, I don't know whether Inverleigh are playing that well. As I said, their outs are pretty heavy. And as I said, if Matty Tyquin doesn't throw it up as well, that adds to that. So I think, look, Winch was okay last week. They got themselves into the game. Did they ever look like they were going to win? Probably not. But they have got some quality there. I reckon they'll miss Morris because he actually does. He's a good jumper in the middle of the ground and would be able to give them first use. I'm going to stay with you. I think Winch at home, they might trouble Inverleigh today. I reckon they might win.
Right.
It would be interesting to see how it unfolds. As you said, Inverleigh are playing nowhere near like the side they were last year, and Winch just can't win. Like I said last week, Dale, it was a scrap for 5 or 7 minutes, and then it broke open with 5 goals kicked.
Yep.
The trouble was that Winch were kicking 1, Eastlong were kicking 4, then Winch had kicked 3 and East had kicked 2. They couldn't get those massive run-ons like East got. They said East did enough just to beat them, but Winch just couldn't quite peg it back at the end.
Ray.
I think Huff was a big out from last week at Winch, like with the week before when we seen him.
Yeah,
play.
he's not coming back in either.
No,
So
him and Gould were really good up forward. I mean, Belpo still is take this context, but I thought Gould sort of struggled a bit last week without that second big body down there with him.
See, Lee Ellis had a lot of opportunities on the game too and missed
He did.
opportunities. So he got 1 goal 3. Now normally he would kick 3 goals.
Well, and that
What he
gets
missed, they were
yeah,
horrible,
yeah,
weren't
they were.
Well, that
they
keeps them in the game, doesn't
were.
it?
It does, and that's what I'm saying. That makes a difference, and especially when you.
But it wasn't.
When you're so far back, you need those things to happen for you on a regular basis. And those places that are reliably doing that for you, you need them to bloody stand up and kick goals at crucial times. So
But it was at East, remember, and it's
Yeah, I
very
understand
hard
that.
to beat East at East.
I understand that.
You know, at this point in time, I don't think Inverleigh could beat East at East. I think anyone could at the moment.
No.
Just a reminder that
Except for
Belpo
still.
still beating Brown 1
Yeah,
at
I
East.
know. That still just amazes me. That.
Yeah, no,
It does. It does. All right, lads. We can get excited now. 1 versus 2.
3.
Well, 1 versus 3 will equal second, mate. Let's just run with that, shall we?
No.
Right.
1
Okay, 1
3.
versus 3. So, thoughts on what we hope will be a massive clash out at your home ground, Richard?
Well, firstly, there's a huge out for Werribee. Reece Prismal His dad won't be here today. He got bit by a dog in Bali. He got his rabies shots. Unfortunately, they had to put the dog down from various illnesses, including alcohol poisoning. So I don't know if Clint will be here today. So that's a big out for Werribee.
That's good.
It's a big out for the bar sales as well, I must admit. Although Big Werner's here, that'll probably even it out. Right, Werribee, their biggest in obviously is the fullback. He's been away, that Ethan Gilbert.
Yep.
He played a few good games at the start of the year, then went away. So he's back in. But they've lost Sutton.
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
And he's so it's like for like there. Gilbert will come into the back line. Sutton, after being a prominent forward at Werribee, he's gone down back this year and done a fantastic job. So they'll lose him, and young Daniel Stoyce isn't playing either, although, he struggles a bit with his fitness. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he's not playing. Belmont have made a lot of changes. Right? Like Eddie's from Bowen Heads, apparently real good player.
Okay.
He's got his clearance during the week, playing Bowen Heads seniors. So look up his number because he'll be one to watch.
Right.
Jennings is back in, Steele, Phillips, and Ben Evans, who missed last week. And out McKaylee Harrison, Dolkin. These three blokes played really well the day we saw them. Dolkin, Brockett, and Sheriff.
Sheriff out.
Yeah, they played pretty good footy when we saw them. So there's a couple of bad outs. Cogsy says they got 12.
You got Walscott not in the side from last time when we saw him. Jubba's not in the side that we saw him last time. Brock Marnie's not in the side from last time. Hootsman's not in the side from last time. McKaylee Harrison, that was just five. I just quickly matched up.
And there's another out now. Stapleton's out. And, the other Michelle's come in.
Right, and Hootsman, I think he pulled out this morning.
Yeah.
And that's a big loss for the ruckman because the big fella Evans can ruck, but he can't ruck against Paddy Daly for not even a full quarter.
Not around the ground.
So he has to come off. Someone has to go.
Jones will be the one that'll be. I would think that may go in and do some ruck work.
Not if he's kicking goals. You leave him where he is.
Either that or Jake Wood maybe be the other option.
Well, they brought in a ruckman, didn't they?
Did they?
Yes.
I've got no idea who that would
Cogsy
be, mate.
told me who it was, and I should have listened to him. Not that I normally do, but apparently they've brought in a ruckman who'll play second ruck. But that'll obviously be in Werribee's favour. Werribee have also still got Daly Andrews. I'm glad that he's playing. I never saw him, of course, last week, and obviously can play a little bit. He'll play one more game here before he goes back to Werribee VFL. So it'd be nice to see him, just see if he's any good, eh? He is a one-pointer. He played at juniors. I think he coaches the under-16s here at Werribee Central.
That's good.
So, yeah, he can play a bit. So, Werribee's form is, I thought, early scratchy. They got beat by Anarchy, which is a game they probably really didn't want to drop. Otherwise, it could have been the two undefeated teams here today. But their other wins against Bannockburn have been really, really good. And last week against Thompson, after half-time, they really put the Tommy Tigers to the sword. So their form's been good. And, of course, you can't knock Belmont's form because they haven't lost a game. They've done nothing wrong. They've won every game they've played. I don't think there's any superstars in their side. What it looks like to me is 22 blokes having a red-hot go. They move the ball well. They know where each other are. And I think it's going to be a really good game of footy. And obviously, well, you know what I'm like. If I thought Belmont would win, I'd go for Belmont. But when it's so close, you've then got to probably go with the heart and go for Werribee. But I tell you, I'm just going to muddle along here because that bloke I was just talking about, he's wandering, he's limping, right? Now, wait till he gets here. He's limping. The poor old dog got put down, had alcohol poisoning, and had all sorts of stuff. Fancy getting bit by a dog in Bali, you idiot!
Yeah.
So,
no problem at all, mate. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, mate, that's fine, buddy.
So I'm gonna go for Werribee then.
All right.
Obviously.
I'm going for Werribee because at the time they're playing good football. Obviously, we can't say much wrong against the Belmont side, but it gets to a stage where some of these alterations or ins and outs are starting to start to hurt you. And I think while they're away from their home ground today, I think that might be today. So I'm going to go Werribee by about 4.
Al, can you lead in quickly with the promo, mate? We're going to kick off about now. No connection to the studio, okay. Mayman is the ruckman for Belmont that was named Grub.
Right,
Ollie Mayman.
That's him.
All right, so we're about to kick off. Werribee are kicking towards the city end here, and Belmont aren't.
The grubby house end.
The Grubby Coach's house. And Dale, away you go, mate.
Righto, mate, as we said, umpires want to get the game under road. They must have something in the night. And the ball has been thrown in the air. Ruckman go at it, tapped out of there by Evans into the hands of Culliver. Culliver goes long and quickly into their forward line. Good spoil from the defence. Goes in the hands of Kerker. He can't pick the ball up. Try to keep the ball in front of himself. Chesterman's also arrives. He can't also pick the ball up. And now it was with Jennings. He picked the ball up, put the ball down.
Ooh.
Goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw-in half-forward line for the Werribee side. So a quick transferal. Daly pushing down to do the ruck work. And he's up against Evans. So Evans holding front position. Both ruckmen got a bit of hand on it. Into the hands there of Crennan. Ball comes out of it. Picked up by Evans once again. Got the handball out. There's your man, mate, Andrews. He's working hard at ground level.
That's a throw.
Goes back to Crennan, but he couldn't pick the ball up. Strong tackle. Umpire says it's go on. And we'll have a ball up which will take place right in front of where we sit, so it's a good place to call football from here. Let's hope the breeze keeps blowing this way and they stay here all day. Paddy Daly up against Evans, ruck work. Umpire throws the ball back in. Again, both push and shove. Daly maybe had it out the back. There's a holding decision. It's going to Paddy Daly. Not too sure when both ruckmen have got hold of each other who they make the decision. Either. Goes into the hands of Culliver, into the half-forward line. Good work. Kerker comes up. Handball comes outside. Into the hands now. Stevenson long into their forward line. Coming up. Mark will be taken. And that is a good grab down forward.
So O'Halloran, is it?
Yes, it is.
Wow, here he comes.
He has marked the ball about 20 metres out and a 45-degree angle. So umpires tell him to come around a little bit better to improve his angle a fraction. So O'Halloran with the first chance of the afternoon to go back and start his day very well. Comes in. Kick was a shocker and he won't even score. Although it's going to be marked in the forward pocket. No, a bit too much weight on it. The ball has gone out of bounds in the full free kick to the Belmont Lions and 50 because the ball was put down.
At least I wasn't getting back to the player and the umpire gave a free kick for it, Dale.
Yes, that's right, Spider. So the ball now is with the umpire. They brought him out to the 50. Short kick goes out towards centre wing. Marcus taken out there. And this is Josh Allen. In relation to Mika Allen, no. Ball out wide. The kick wasn't that great, but Belmont now have to work for it. They gain possession of the ball. Mark has been taken. So with the ball on centre wing, far side of the ground, they look to bring the ball back in through the corridor. The kick wasn't too bad there. Ends up in the hands there of Jennings. Tried to get the handball out. Again, Andrews was there also. He's back on hands and knees trying to work the ball through the contest. Daly also there. But it's not, it has been cleared of that contest now. The ball is now kicked long into the forward line. Mark Evans positioned himself well, but couldn't finish the job. He's pulled over, tries to get the ball out. Nearly lost his jumper in doing so. Tyler Crennan ends up with the ball and runs from the half-back line. Kicks towards centre wing. Mark is taken out there. Linehan Cunningham takes the mark and steadies things down for the Werribee side. Wants to transfer play very quickly to the half-forward line. Great kick.
Lovely.
Mark taken out there by McDonald. And again, he's called the play on now by the umpire. Looking back inside. Kick off the side of the boot into the hands of Chesterman. Works inside 50. Looks at the goals. Goes long. Ball is taken in the goal square. Again, O'Halloran tried to feed and will keep the ball alive. Belmont with some numbers now in defence. Kick the ball back into the centre of the ground. Mark will be taken out there. And this is by Evans. So Evans takes the mark and he wants to transfer and go very quickly. He goes looking to his brother at full forward. I reckon Taylor did a nice job there for most of it. It gets out the back into the hands of Jones. He looks at goal and he goes bang and kicks the first. So Sam Jones has the first for the Belmont Lions. They are one straight goal. They lead Werribee, who are yet to score. Almost 4 minutes gone. Morris Finance first got a scoreboard.
Well, as we say every week, conversion is the name of the game. And I think the first 5 minutes have been played in Werribee's forward line and probably could have converted a couple of times, didn't do that. And Belmont's got it. That's the first time they've actually got it deep and they've kicked a goal straight away. And that's the name of the game. You have to do that every week. And if Werribee obviously have had more touches on the footy at the moment, but if you can't kick goals, you can't win. So Belmont, they moved the ball very, very well that time and got a nice goal. Oh, Loretta. Good, mate.
So Evans and Daly to do battle again in the middle here. Ball goes up. Daly does win that one well, but Shark Belmont kick forward towards to Andrews. Andrews comes out wide here to Prismal. Prismal swings on that favoured left foot. There's a nice looking kick here out in front of Culliver. Ball doesn't bounce the way he wants, but does well to get it back. Handball's back to Andrews. Andrews, there's a free kick being paid. Now he's paid advantage, the umpire. So ball deep in the attack for Werribee now. Wrapped up in a tackle. Ball spills free. Comes out here. Gives it over to Phillips. Phillips is dispossessed of the ball. Ball hits the deck. Fighting for it. Trying to knock the ball out to Werribee here. Picked up there. We're going to have a ball up. I don't know if that's advantage. Is it?
What was the free kick?
It was a free kick for a hold.
Huh.
But I don't think that would have counted an advantage. It didn't really go to any advantage anyway. Ball in the air now. Tapped down by O'Halloran. Fighting for the ball. Quick handball out. It's nice to Jennings. Jennings running on now. Drives Belmont long. It's a 2-on-1 situation out here. The ball is spilt.
Kilby.
Picked up there. McDonald done well. Get the handball across.
Kilby.
That's Kilby's a forward, isn't he? Sorry, mate. The umpire says no opportunity there for Gilbert, the man Grubby mentioned before the start of the game.
Where's he from, Grub?
St Bernard's.
So ball goes in the air now. Daly wins that one down only as far as his ruck opponent and Evans. Ball wrapped up. Tackle. We'll have another ball up. We've ticked over 5.5 minutes. We're in the Morris Finance first quarter, so that was Allett getting up from the bottom of the pack. Ball tapped down, finds his way to Allett. Handballs over the top there to Thompson. Thompson's handball quick only goes as far as Prismal. Should have been a throw, but it wasn't paid that way. That was McDonald then. He overran the ball, picked up there by Murdoch, who's wrapped up in a tackle straight away. And as you said, Dale, it's been really good out this side of the ground for a change, hasn't it?
It has.
But it can't stay here. That means no one kicks any goals.
That's okay. Ball goes up now. Evans and Daly both tap the ball the same way, so he won't really give it to anybody. Ball spilled free there from Eddie, who again was mentioned before the start of the game, but the free kick has gone to Kilby. So Kilby for Werribee. Right in front of the commentary box here. He decides to go in short and does it well to Chesterman. Chesterman plays on straight away. Looks through the middle. It's a nice go. Reece Prismal.
He can't be there, yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah. He just... who was that boy? He just didn't realise where he was.
That was Trevorrow, mate.
Young Trevorrow.
Well, it was one of the two.
Yeah, he didn't even try and run out. He just stood there and all of a sudden went, oh, no.
So,
that's not 50, is it?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. That's about 35.
Wow.
So Prismal, maybe it's an AFL thing you got to, Anyway, Prismal coming in. Will kick from just inside 50, probably about 45 now, looking to get Werribee's first goal on the board. Kicks the ball, looks all right, but he's just pulled it to the right a little bit, through for a minor score. So Werribee moved to one behind, trailing Belmont, who are 1 goal 6.
I don't know. Is there another rule? Is that only at 35 or something for that?
Yeah, I just thought.
Don't know, but the kick-in wasn't great, and the mark has been taken here. And Werribee will go back and have another shot at goal. Well, let's let one rule doesn't come back in here. Is that holding the ball that was on in the AFL last night, because it went from being ridiculous one way to ridiculous the other.
It did. It did.
I was going to say, Grubby, it's 35 because he was an ex-AFL footballer, so
maybe,
they penalised for it.
I can't understand that.
So Saliba's got the ball. He's been kicking goals of recent weeks, and his opportunity here now to kick the first goal for the Werribee side. Comes in, and that looks pretty nice off the boot. Umpire does not move. He gets his first. And the first for Werribee. They move to 1-1. They lead Belmont, who are one straight goal. 8 minutes gone. Morris Finance first quarter scoreboard.
It's one of those things, isn't it? You start kicking goals, and you're just confident you can keep kicking them. A little bit like Harry McKay. Like the last couple, he couldn't kick. Well, he starts kicking them, and he's kicking them from all angles. And young Saliba's been kicking goals, and he's got the confidence to do that. It's a lovely kick. And Prismal can't do what he used to do and run around the ground like a spring chicken, but he just places himself behind the play, and the ball seems to come to him. He gets a lot of kicks like that too. So, 1 goal apiece. I think we're in for a pretty good game here. It's pretty good footy.
Has started well, Grub. So Evans and Daly do battle in the middle again. Evans wins that one down clearly. But Daly as far as Cronin comes out wide looking for Prismal. Prismal running on now, but Michelle beats him to the ball. Prismal just uses strength, pushes him out of the way. Gets a quick handball forward, looking for Kerr. But he's chopped off there by Carlton, picked up there by McNamara.
Not too high.
That should have been a free kick to McNamara. The umpire didn't see it. So we'll have a ball up just in front of the Belmont coach's box.
Well, I've got to be honest. I think that was a Belmont free kick for mine.
Probably was, but Daly and Evans do battle again. Evans wins that one down to his brother Jack, who gets a quick kick away, wrapped up in a tackle. Could be in trouble. Here's Trevorrow. What's the umpire said? No, to him.
My worry there is he took a couple of steps before he got caught. I thought if that's prior, it's prior. But no, good umpire.
Anyway, ball in the air. Daly wins that one down. Quick handball there by Chesterman. Intercepted by McDonald from Belmont. He drives long looking for Ben Evans. Ben just used the body well. Might be in the back. Umpire said no. Quick handball out to no. What's happened here? The other umpire in the centre has seen the push. I reckon Ben Evans falconed himself there too.
Well, I reckon everybody on the ground saw the push because it was a push.
Yeah, it probably was, mate. So Taylor for Werribee now. Don't kick it this way. looking ahead for Culliver, who's off the ground. So Taylor plays on. Drives play a long way across the ground.
Wow.
So got too much on it there for Porter. And goes over the boundary line. And we'll have a boundary line throwing about 35, 40 metres round from the Belmont goal.
See, going back that far, he's actually lost the advantage that the Werribee side had and has now given the advantage to the Belmont side in their forward line.
Instead of being up on centre wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got Daly versus Ben Evans. Ball hits the deck, picked up, quick handball out.
Oh.
Someone's alarm clock. That's Andrews with the ball now. He's tries to burst through, wrapped up and brought to ground. Hey, Langy, how are you, mate? Good. President of Belmont walking past there. So ball in the air again. So Ben Evans versus Daly. Ben just shoves Daly out of the way with no mean feet. He'll slips through the hands of Porter there. Ball through. I reckon Jones has kicked
He's got that. He's got that.
I reckon he has. Oh, very, very clever play there by Sam Jones. Just used his body, tapped the ball around the corner. He gets his second, also gets his second for Belmont. They move to 2 goals straight, 12. Leading Werribee 1-1-7. We've gone 11 minutes. Morris Finance, first quarter.
He's going to be a real handful down there, Jones. He's good in the air. He's just showed you how good he was on the ground. But again, the ball's from centre to centre half forward Werribee. Belmont get it down, right down deep again and kick the goal. So, you know, even though they don't get all the possession, they're using the ball well enough to kick goals when they get it into their forward line. And that's basically the name of the game.
So back with the umpire now, middle of the ground. Ball is thrown up, and again, Daly, this time over the top. Ball comes down, coming through Andrews. Tried to pick the ball up, continue over with his run, couldn't do so. Picked up by Evans, he goes long into their half forward line. Mark again, not taken, bounces off a head, goes towards Jones, had another look back towards goal, a quick kick. This time he is just offline and through for a minor score. So 2-1. The sole score is to Sam Jones, and Werribee on 1-1. And just over 12 minutes have gone first quarter.
I know when Andy Wiley had enough time to get hurt like that to be bandaged up.
He went out like that.
He ran out in the ground. Well, yeah, it must have happened in the room before the game. Ball comes out. Marcus not taken out there. So now at centre wing. Kick. Was it out of bounds in the full? Yep. Yes, it is in the end.
No, he paid a hold on the ball.
Okay. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go to McNamara. So McNamara now for Belmont Lions looks to deliver the ball back into their forward line, into the half forward line. Marcus not taken out there. Coming through, handball went up, goes into the hands of Daly, needs to get rid of it. It was stripped out of his hands. Umpire said it was taken out. Is he allowing the advantage?
He will. He will. It's a goal.
And Ben McPherson has kicked his first goal of the afternoon. And Belmont now have their third. They move to 3-1. They lead Werribee on 1-1, 12, nearly 13 minutes gone. Morris Finance first quarter scoreboard.
It's probably what I've said for most of the year. I think Werribee's on ball, ruck on ball is as good as most sides in the comp. And I know when their forwards fire, they're as good. But I think the little bit they lack here is their back line. Their back line needs another good player. Obviously, Sutton not in there today, but their back line seem to get heavily scored against. So, obviously, they've got to pick up Sam Jones, but, you know, they've got to just watch as Belmont come in because they go in so well and give their forwards the advantage.
All right, back in the middle now. So we've got Daly and Evans again. Nil-all draw again. Ball hits the deck. Running through here for Belmont was Trevorrow. Gets a quick kick forward, looking for Jones. Beaten to the ball this time, but still in the contest. Free kick there, I think, to Belmont for too high. And that's where it's going to go. And so you got that free kick. Well, that's Thompson now for Belmont. Drives the ball long forward, looking in the Evans-McPherson direction. Evans keeps his footing, kicks the ball off the ground, and that is now 4. 4 to Belmont in the first 14 minutes of this game. Belmont 4-1, leading Werribee 1-1. Said 14 minutes. Morris Finance, first quarter. It was Ben Evans kicked that one.
I just reckon their backline's gone from what I said was just, you know, their weakest link to absolutely atrocious football. They've let them kick a couple of goals there. Well, Big Paddy Daly's done an ankle by the looks of it.
Oh, that's not good.
No. But their backline there, you can't afford to let sides kick goals like that. They've given them a couple of gifts, and you just can't afford to do that.
That's
especially when the bloke kicker can't even breathe.
O'Halloran's gone into the
ruck duties. Yep. As we know, Daly coming off, and now not too sure whether he'll come back anytime soon.
Doesn't look like it.
So ball now, O'Halloran did nicely. He actually took the ball, was trapped underneath him. Umpires allowed things to roll, but the ball is not coming out of the contest. So we're going to have a ball up in the middle of the ground.
Looks a lot fitter than the first time we've seen him, O'Halloran.
He does. Let's see if he's any better.
Ruckman go at it. Evans this time gets the ball down, goes to O'Halloran, tries to deliver the ball, but unfortunately didn't clear the pack. Culliver goes after it. He was tackled. Evans at the bottom of the pack. We're talking about Jack. and he's going to emerge with the ball and give that back to the umpire. So it's umpire now to repeat what he has done already a couple of times in quick succession. This time the ball comes out of that contest. Again, Jennings got boot the ball. Again, it's going to be turned back and goes the other way through Leonard. He goes back to their centre-half forward position.
Oh, well done.
Again, good work out there by Jennings.
I think he said that's a throw, and I think he might be right, actually.
Yep, so it's a good call there. So it's centre-half forward. The free kick will go to Chesterman. Chesterman goes off to Culliver, steps inside 50, low and flat into the goals, and the mark has been taken in defence there by the Belmont Lions. So they'll have time now to steady things down from the fullback position and look at some options down the ground. Evans wants the ball short, but it's going to be kicked out wide. This is by Phillips. He goes looking outside 50. Again, nice kick. Gets out the back, and it's going to be picked up there by Culliver. He's tackled immediately, and the trailing umpire said that was too high.
I'm not sure whether he should be picking them.
Yep, and the kick goes to Culliver. He delivers the ball back inside 50. Lenahan Cunningham, he couldn't take the ball. Kicked off the ground there by, I think that was Michelle, that was Brad. Ball goes back towards centre wing, picked up again. Leonard looks back towards centre half forward. Mark, will it be taken? No, it's not. Ball comes to ground. And again, it's in the hands of Kirkor. What happened there?
Free kick. I didn't see what for, mate.
Push? He indicated the push?
I think he might have held on to him.
Okay. So the free kick again to the Belmont Lions. So we're missing a few here at the moment. Ball is going to be transferred wide. This is Allen, and he goes out towards centre wing. Again, Mark, ball gets out the back, so the numbers there with the Werribee side. It's going to be transferred across the ground. They've got players running backwards. Benny Leonard's going to be the opportunity to take the mark and does so. He wants to continue on now. Goes looking towards Paddy Arge. Out in front. That's a great kick. Didn't have to change stride there. He looks back inside. He's going to use his teammate inside the ground. Goes inside. Stevenson runs, carries, looks into their forward line, goes deep into their pocket. Mark, will it be taken? No, it's not. So Belmont again have an opportunity to bring the ball out. Kicks back outside 50. Paddy Arge makes his way to the front of the contest. Picked up again Stevenson, got the handball back inside to Andrews. Ducked and weaved, went back, missed the target. And now it's back in the hands of Allen. Allen gives the handball out to Eddie. Eddie gets the ball away. And Belmont does a good play to bring the ball towards centre wing. And the mark has been taken out there this time by Allett. He brings the ball wide. And it's in the hands of Evans once again. So defensive side of centre wing. Looking to drive the ball a little bit longer this time. Goes to their half forward line. Jones comes up and takes the mark quite easily. So still some work to do. There's not many players forward of the ball there, so he's just going to wait and hold things up. He'll be asked to play on by the umpire and does so now. So Jones now, he goes long and deep into their forward line. Mark, will it be taken? No, comes to ground. Picked up out there. Werribee with some numbers once again. They try to work the ball out but can't, and it will be held up deep in their forward line. So as we tick towards 18 minutes, it is Werribee 1-1. They trail Belmont Lions 4-1.
I just think Daly Andrews down here, I better try and do too much. And then he realised he couldn't go anywhere. And they coughed up the footy then.
So the ball's thrown back in now. Punch forward there. What's happened here? The umpires picked out a free kick for a hold by the look of it. I'm not.
I don't think he's picked a free kick out at all. He's going to make him throw it in
again.
again.
Back in again. I thought, yeah. I thought it wasn't a bad throw-in, actually,
Didn't
to be
look
honest
that
with you.
bad to me.
No. Anyway, the ball thrown in now. O'Halloran versus Wood. Ball comes ground. That was Wiley who's thrown that on the boot. And I tell you what, he's kicked an absolute cracker there. Andy Wiley just run around the back of the pack, threw it on the right boot, and has got the fifth for Belmont. They moved to 5-1 to 31. Werribee, 1-1-7. We've done 19 minutes. Morris Finance, first quarter.
I just can't understand a backline letting sides do that. Like, he went through without anybody laying a hand on him. And their backline in the air is going all right, but once the ball hits the ground, they're getting destroyed on the ground. And they're going to have to do something about that, or Belmont are going to kick the sweep here. They've got to get onto that. Every time the ball hits the ground in the forward line, it's been a goal.
Yep. All right, back in the middle again now, Dave. You can keep checking your results, mate. That's fine. So, looks like Wood versus O'Halloran. O'Halloran wins that one down, but it doesn't go that far. I think Trevorrow has that ball, trying to burrow through, and it was. So, we'll have another throw up right in the middle of the ground here. So Wood versus O'Halloran again. Stalemate again, hits the ground, picked up by Culliver, gets through. That's a nice little handball out the back there to Stevenson. Stevenson on the left foot, great little kick out wide, finds Chesterman. Chesterman swings around the right foot, playing on as quickly as he can, driving the ball along here. Oh, over the back. That's very, very well done there. Fantastic grab. I think that was by Steele.
Hey, Wagga.
So Steele comes out
They're
wide to
good.
Michelle. Michelle now
Oh,
looking at
good,
his
mate.
options down the ground. He just decides to chip over the top again. Nice looking kick there to Vermeulen. So the coach of Belmont now looking to come long down the line and changes his mind. Middle goes the middle was looking Jones. Jones was out of position, did well, but the ball's come to ground. Very well done there by Gilbert. Gilbert gets a handball at the back now to Kilby. Kilby goes to Culliver. Culliver, a bit of a scrubbing kick along the ground, picked up there very, very well. Tried too much there almost was Allen. The umpire said, held on, he just slung him down.
This bloke's got to be kidding.
So Allen for Belmont. Goes in short, not a great looking kick. Picked up there by Scott Michelle, who gets out on that was Trevorrow again. Gets a handball out, wrapped up in a tackle, going nowhere. Do you have a win, Dale?
No, I was just checking the GDFL results, mate.
Fair enough, mate.
But there's only 3 games have got it scores, the other 3 haven't.
So ball in the air, Wood wins that one down clearly. So quick handball out by Jennings. Jennings goes to Trevorrow again, who drives forward, looking out in front of Ben Evans, who just runs at the ball. Everyone gets out of his way. Kilby did well to tap the ball back. Quick kick out here. Looking for and finding Reese Prismal. So Prismal goes back in the middle, does well to O'Halloran. O'Halloran on the halfback flank, swings around again, goes out very, very wide. Looking for Camilleri. Camilleri has a bit of time and space. Picks the ball up now. Has Porter running, but chooses to go further down the line, looking for Kerr. Kerr. Ball bounces over his head. Phillips is the first back, picks up the ball. Kerr wraps him up immediately to tackle. Umpire coming in. What's he going to say?
Play holding the ball,
He's
yeah.
playing holding the ball. So
See, I don't think that's right either. It's a terrible rule, that holding the ball. No one knows it.
anyway, moves it on quickly now. Drive forward, looking down. It's a fantastic grab by Saliba. So now Saliba moving the ball quickly. Not a great kick off the boot. And Michelle stands there. Stands around, takes his mark. If it wasn't, and the umpire's paid 50 for knocking the ball out after he's marked it.
See, that's not fair. That was almost a spoil.
He hadn't completed the mark. I didn't think.
No, I'll pay the mark, but you can't pay 50 for that. That is a disgraceful decision, if that's what it was for.
That's what it was. So ball moved quickly now. So Jack Evans has the ball right on his 50 here, attacking zone. Player out wide, chips over the top, finds Trevorrow, who's started this game very, very well.
Well, they've been able to cover their injuries so far.
They have. Haven't seen much of Gus so far today, mate. He's out there. So Bailey Trevorrow will be kicking from about 35 out. Nice little view for us, Dale, here from this vantage point in the box. So coming in now, looking at the 6th of Belmont. Trevorrow on the left foot has pushed it across, and it stayed out there. So their second minor for the quarter, moved to 5-2-32, leading Werribee, who are 1-1-7. We've gone 23 minutes. Morris Finance, second quarter.
Stevenson brings the ball in. The mark has been taken out there. So Werribee have maintained possession. This is stuff I don't like when they go back to a dangerous position, but it's okay in the hands of Culliver. He brings the ball out wide, goes looking for the coach, and we'll find him. Actually, it's not the coach this time. Porter. It's Porter.
I don't mind if they've got players running.
Yep, so the ball now comes from the half-back line and goes in towards the half-forward line. Pattiards brings the ball to the ground. Kerr taps it out, did nicely, back in the hands of Pattiards. And he now looks to go long into their forward line. It's a kick that will favour his teammate out there. Camilleri tried to tap it a little bit wider towards his teammate in McDonald, and I think he has won a free kick.
You know who he reminds me of, this bloke? Maisie.
Yeah.
Throws the head back and gets the free kicks just like Maisie does.
So Josh McDonald with an opportunity here, and will need to take it, I think, because the game not beyond them just at this point, but
well, it's getting to the stage where they need a goal before Belmont, too,
Belmont playing all over at the present time. So he runs now, gains a little bit of ground, kicks long towards goal, and he says, that's gone straight through, and I'm going to let you know about it. He's got his first of the afternoon and the second for Werribee. They're 2-1, and they trail the Belmont on 5 goals too. 24 gone. Morris Finance first quarter scoreboard.
Well, he is a goal kicker, young McDonald. We know that, but he's a cheeky little bugger as well. And as I say, that was definitely a free kick. But he makes sure, like Maisie, he knows the umpires, all about it. But yeah, Werribee really needed that goal because another couple from Belmont and the game starts to slip away. But I do disagree that Belmont are playing all over them. I think in general play, I think it's pretty close. But Werribee haven't been able to score, and Belmont, every time they get up, they just about score.
So ball back in the middle now. Evans just grabs the ball out of the air. Went to go to Allop, but is cut off by Andrews. Andrews comes out wide to Prismal. Prismal stops, props, goes on that left foot. It's a nice little kick over the top to Tyler Crennan. So Crennan We'll be kicking from about 45. Grubb might test him.
It's probably you wouldn't want it any further.
Those little legs will get a work over here, mate.
He's been a good player for Werribee Central, this kid.
Absolutely. So, Crennan.
If it wasn't for a bloke like Joel Bennett, his kid may have a Whitley medal.
Very true, mate. Very, very true. So, Crennan coming in now to hopefully kick Werribee second in a row. Ball leaves a boot, pushes just to the right. The umpire sees it that way. So, Werribee 2-2. Belmont 5-2. We've gone 25.5. Morris Finance first quarter. So, the ball to be brought back in now. Comes long down the line. Not many options here. Jones did really well to get to the contest. Werribee blokes have claimed it. It's gone ball out to Prismal. Prismal swings out left foot, kicks the ball into the hot spot there. Oh, what a grab!
Is that a fluke or a grab?
I'm playing that as
Both.
Bit of both.
I'm playing that as Cam Saliba has read that beautifully.
It also could be a contender for the Routleys Mark of the Day.
I think he got his hand to it. It rolled down the arm, and he
Sat
got
his guts.
got the other one around it, I reckon, mate. Like cuddling a teddy bear there, mate. So Cam Saliba has one already for Werribee. As you said, Grubb, they're getting the ball down there, mate. They've got to finish him off.
Well, yeah, the last couple of times they almost have.
So Saliba now kicking from 30 out directly in front. We'll know about it. He's pushed that one to the right as well. So he has his first behind. Has the third for Werribee. Who's a 2-3 trailing Belmont, who are 5-2. 26.5. Morris Finance first quarter.
Yeah, they really sort of one of the last two they needed just to put them back in contention. Really, like both of them would have been better.
All.
So Michelle doing the kicking and duties for full back at this stage. Got players coming to this side of the ground, and that's where he's going to come. He goes longer outside. I think his first target might have been McPherson, but the ball has been taken over the line there by Linehan Cunningham. And they will have a throw-in which will take place just outside forward 50. Big Evans doing the ruck work. O'Halloran now doing the work while Daly is off the ground. I'm not too sure whether he's going to resurface, but ball thrown out. Evans taps the ball down, goes towards centre wing. Picked up out there, and it's been transferred back inside the Prismal. He looks up, goes long. Tell you what, it's not a bad-looking kick. Does it get over the back? The coach there did nice in Vermeulen and was able to get the free kick. So he will go back and win it for the Belmont Lions. So he's still deep in their defensive end. Vermeulen will come clubroom side. Again, kick will favour the Centurions, but the marker's not taken out there. Player tackled, the ball to ground. We're going to have a ball up, and that was Murdoch, I think, that's on the bottom of the pack.
I can't see Big Daly over on the bench either.
Might have got in the room, get a bit of treatment more. Out of the contest anyway, Prismal lanes up again and gets the kick. Goes into the half-forward line. Going through there, McDonald couldn't take it cleanly. Is trying to win possession back again. The ball goes over the boundary line, and we're going to surely have a throw-in on the far side of the ground. So still just outside there, forward 50. Maybe a late opportunity here as we tick over 28 minutes in this quarter. It is 2-3 Werribee, 5-2 to the Belmont Lions.
So, ball thrown in now. Daly and O'Halloran to go at it right on the 50. O'Halloran just holds his ground. Kicks a bit of a barrel in. Michelle in the best position to take it. Does really well. Not a great bounce. Goes back to Vermeulen, who comes out wide to Michelle. Stops, props, swings around the left, measures his kick. Beautiful to Allett. Allett now for Belmont. True centre half back. Just looking at his options all around. Went to go short. Umpire's now told him to play on, so he ends up going short. Works out okay for him and finds Eddie. So Eddie again now stop and look. It looks like Belmont have done a very good job to shut down the options. Ball punch forward, gets through. Patio has a chance, but falls over the back. He quick kick out wide, looking for Stevenson. He gets contest with McPherson, but McPherson went to the ground, so Stevenson picks it up. Has a bounce. Look at his options long down the ground. Out to Saliba. It's a great looking kick. Just floats over the back.
Oh, he's
got a free kick here.
I think he done a bit of acting.
Going to play advantage, and Tyler Crennan will walk in and kick the third for Werribee. They move to 3-3, 21 trailing Belmont, 5-2, 32, 29.5. Morris Finance, first quarter.
Look, it sounds like I'm just going at umpires, and I'm not. I just got to call it as I see it. I just thought the Werribee bloke done a big dive out there, and even though it was advantage in a goal, everyone stops and away they go. But the one I want to point out here is when Spider said he went to ground McPherson. young Stevenson's only a kid, and he just pushed him off balance with his hand. He's a very good footballer. I think he's going to be a real good footballer because he just knows, he just does those little things naturally.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So back in the middle we go once again. This time the ball from either ruckman comes into the hands of Andrews, goes to Culliver. Culliver puts boot the ball and they're back in attack once again. Linehan Cunningham in front. Can he mark? No, he can't complete it. Goes and now and lays the tackle. Umpire says he's allowed him some time. Oh, and they're both looking at each other here, so I'm not too sure what's going on. They're undecided, and so am I right now. I thought he was going to say dropping the ball there for a minute. But
Just ball it up.
yep, that's a good decision. That's a good decision because they were confused, so they've done the
About what?
The right. Well, who was in control for a start? But the ball from Evans comes out the back, ends up out in the hands of Crennan once again. He's tackled, got the handball back to Culliver.
Free kick.
For what?
Too high.
That was high, said the
Was it?
umpire.
Yep.
That was from the bloke up here.
Yep.
So the ball goes now quickly into their forward line again. Saliba on a lead in this pocket, takes the mark.
Oop. Float the siren.
Siren hadn't sounded when he did that, eh?
That's 3 times. They're blowing it.
Had it.
No, the first one just went.
Yeah. No, he'd marked it. He'd marked it.
He'd
by
marked
now.
it.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
that's
no,
right.
no,
That's
no,
what I thought.
winch.
I
No
thought-
winch.
I was going to say I didn't think I heard it beforehand.
It
No.
just went boom, and then they blew it 2 more
Anyway,
times.
Cam Saliba is going to have the last shot at goal in this quarter. From the boundary line, he goes across the face and will be one behind, I think. Yes, it is. So that will end proceedings here in this first quarter. Cam Saliba 1 goal, 2. Werribee now 3-4. They'll trail Belmont 5-2. At this stage of the game, goal kickers McDonald, Crennan and Saliba for the Werribee side, and for Belmont 2 to Jones, 1 to McPherson, Wiley and Ben Evans. Take a short break, come back and we'll hopefully have some scores, hopefully all scores from around the other grounds. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
welcome back here to Galvin Park for the GDFNL match of the round. Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties at the moment, so we did lose the stream through the pulse, but it's all back on air now. So, current state of affairs sees the visiting side Belmont 5-2-32 leading the home side Werribee 3-4-22. Grubby, thoughts on an entertaining first quarter?
Well, it was an entertaining first quarter. It's as good a footy as we've seen played, I think, for most of the year. Both sides. Look, it might be my biasness coming out. So if I'm getting over biased, tell me. But I just thought Werribee probably controlled more of the footy for a little bit, not much. Maybe I'll go 50-50. I thought they did pretty well, but Belmont scored when they had to. When Belmont got the ball up there, they scored, and that's there you go, mate. They scored when they had to score, and Werribee probably didn't. I thought they had an opportunity to get a couple more goals, but then Belmont snuck away, and it looked like, gee, they're moving and they did move the ball well. They moved the ball very well out of defence. They don't just blast away, they kick. But Werribee's been doing that as well. Some of those kicks from Prismal, he kicks it wide because he knows that young McDonald's going to get there. And they know each other's games. Very good quarter. Werribee, in the end, they just had to kick a couple of goals. Otherwise, they didn't want to go in 4 or 5 down at quarter time, and they managed to do that. They also almost had a chance to kick another one on the siren, which if the siren didn't go, the kid runs around and probably kicks it. Very hard when you're not allowed to run around anymore because that's what they're used to. But, look, the good players, I think the people that did stuff in that quarter, I could name just about everybody. Everybody had a little bit of a pitch in. I thought Jennings was good. Braden Eddy looks like he's a good player. Allen, Sam Jones was devastating up there. They have to do something about him. McPherson, Michelle, Andy Wiley, Phillips. They were all really, really good. And just as much from the Werribee side of it. Paddy Ards did a couple of nice things. Stevenson's a very good kid. McDonald's dangerous up forward. Culliver got it out of the centre a few times. Prisma's the best game I've seen Prisma play for a while. Not just for the possessions he got, but for what he did with them. He really set the forward line up. I thought Crennan was good again. Saliba looks dangerous. O'Halloran, I've got to give O'Halloran a mark. He took a couple of marks early. He was forced into the ruck. And against Evans, who's a very good ruckman, he did a very good job, O'Halloran. So you've got to give him a pat on the back for that. And he may have to do it for a fair while because I'm not sure what Paddy Daly's going through at the moment. And I thought Chesterton was in it as well. Really, really good game. Belmont holds the ascendancy. Anything can happen in the second quarter, Smithy.
Around the grounds, folks. Thompson 6-6-42 leading Geelong West Giants 1-1-7. North Geelong 7-1-43 leading Belpo still 1-4-10. Aniki 4-3-27 lead Crow 3-3-21. East Geelong 3-6-24 lead Bannockburn 2 straight 12. And Inverleigh 6-4-40 leading Winch 2-4-16. Dale.
There you go, Spide. So that's interesting because when I checked, as I said, when I was trying to get those scores early on, it was 16-12 in the favour. So Inverleigh definitely finished the first quarter very strongly.
GFL, mate, your side, Bell Park 14 lead Leopold 7, Geelong West 7 lead Newtown 3, Grovedale 22 lead St Albans 18, Colac 21 lead Lara 19, South Barham 46 lead North Shore 1, and of course the big freeze game between the top two sides, St Mary's and St Joey's tomorrow at Joey's. The BFL, Drysdale, Motorola locked up at 8 apiece. Amateur 21, Newcombe 15. No score from Ocean Grove, Anglesea. Queenscliff 23, lead Port 21. Torquay 32, lead Barwon Heads 18. So, some good games all around the region.
That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see signs being belted every week. And today, as I said, what was the Anarchy game against?
There's a goal in it. It's 4-3-27 to 3-3-21,
that's
mate.
Right as well. That's good to see both sides up and about.
It is good to see, mate, and I hope it's a good quality game up there too.
Yes.
And he'd like to win it at 1 minute at home, wouldn't they?
Well, it'd be nice for them to win one at home again. But as I said, Crow, to me, as I said there last week, their step up from last week was sensational. So let's hope they can keep that form running.
So here we go, eh? Grubby's come back. He's going to meet with most of the crew at the back.
Paddy Daly gone for about 3 or 4 weeks with an ankle injury. There you go.
There you go.
Thank you, mate.
Righto, so ball back in the middle of the ground. Umpire has thrown it up. This time it was tapped out by Halloran. Goes to Andrews into the hands of Chesterman. Delivers the ball into their half-forward line. Paddy Arge leads in the race for the ball. Waited for it to bounce. Now went back and collected it. Did that nicely. On the left boot. Loads up. Goes long into their forward line. That is too wide. Out of bounds on the full free kick to the Belmont Lions. Coach taking the kick in Vermeulen. So Vermeulen now from the deep in their defence. We'll bring it back to the clubroom side of the ground. Kicks low and flat. Mark not taken out there. Get into the hands of Chesterman. He's tackled, brought the ground.
Nearly a sling tackle.
Yeah, the umpire's paid
and
that.
he has paid it.
So the handball comes
Oh,
out.
it's on behind play here.
Into the hands it goes, and Taylor leads in the race of the ball. Was playing at full back early in the first quarter. Now has moved himself to the forward line. Ball comes out, back into the hands there.
That's all. Oh, he got rid of it.
Was Saliba, it was. He was tackled. Umpire said it was incorrect, I suppose, was it? And that's what he's saying. Well, free kick will go back, and I reckon that might be Jennings, is it?
Grubby, they're like your sneakers, mate, the band jump was, weren't he?
I just got bagged there by the head honcho of Morris Finance. Martin Carter, welcome to the game, even though you did have a crack at me shoes, Martin. But remember, go to Morris Finance because they are the best in the business.
Jennings now doing some work.
Injury.
Another injury.
Yep. That's a hobble. That's a groin.
I don't know why they stopped the game. There's no
stretcher.
Nah.
Well, that doesn't matter anymore. What they'll do is they'll wait till he gets out of the vicinity. But when this bloke kicks it, it will be out of the vicinity. So they probably could start play. But don't wait for him to get right off because that's not the way the game is played. They should be saying, righto, let's go now. He's out of the way.
It's not a blood rule, so it's not an instant
No,
reply.
No.
Thank you for that. Give him some direction, for God's
Yeah,
sake.
he has to get the game going now.
Yep, so the ball is now going, and it's Jennings that brings the ball from the back line, goes out towards centre wing. Oh, Sullivan's pretty high there, went up. Not too sure there wasn't. There's
McKenzie, I think.
McKenzie, it looked like him over there on the far side. Had a fair jump at the ball.
It ended up 100 metres away from me, Grub, with the kick.
Yeah.
So the ball has gone back over the boundary line, so we're going to have a throw which will take place. And again, O'Halloran doing the ruck work up against Evans. Evans front position. Ball comes out of the contest. Picked up. Andrews got through and kicked long into their forward line. Coming out. Mark not taken. Into the hands of Kerr. He was tackled. Umpire said that's allowed it to go on. Ends up now in the hands of McDonald. He goes round the body and it's brought it back too far through for a minor score. 3-5 now to the Werribee side. 5-2. The Belmont Lions. We've gone almost 3 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment Centre, second quarter scoreboard.
It might have been young Saliba.
I think it was, yeah. So the ball's brought in quickly here through Belmont. Quick handle over to Phillips. Phillips goes out wide again. Nice long kick by Vermeulen here looking for Evans. Ben Evans in front. Protects the space very, very well. McPherson gets there. Done well. Breaks the tackle, then gets wrapped up in the second one. So Evans now protecting the space for again. There's almost a rugby scrum happening right in front of us.
The two big blokes didn't want to bend over and pick it up, did they?
No, they didn't, mate. No, they didn't. So we'll have a ball up right in front of the commentary box here, which is good because I struggle to see through my glasses, Dale. But anyway, Ben Evans and O'Halloran. Ben Evans wins it and down towards Allett. Allett goes long down the line. Jones goes through his hands. First back was Kilby. Kilby falls over at the crucial time. What's the umpire going to say here? Nothing. The ball's come out. Jones does really well. Swings onto the right boot. Brings it back a long way. It'll stay in play. I think it will. So Mark taken by Porter deep in defence now. He goes out quickly. Finds Leonard. Leonard goes very, very long down the line here. Looking for Taylor.
Too far.
But the ball has gone away from him and out of bounds. So we'll have a Bangeline thrown in front of that lovely scoreboard out on the far side of the ground here, Grub.
Oh, wide that.
If only,
and it still works.
If only we could get the picture up on that screen, mate, we can see what's going on. So anyway, Evans and O'Halloran now to
See
do
what
battle.
I can do.
See what you can do, mate.
Just change a few capacitors here and there.
So Evans just uses the body, holds his space, and then O'Halloran does well to kick it out of mid-air. Well done there by Michelle. Gets a handball over to McNamara. McNamara goes back to Jennings. Jennings goes out wide. Ball sport thereby, and incorrectly, says the umpire, by Andrews. So just Allen out on the far side of the ground taking the free kick. No, it's Eddie. Eddie comes in. It's a nice looking short kick there. Finds McDonald for Murdoch for Belmont. McPherson done really well. Used his body. Runs through centre forward. Wrapped up in a tackle, but good enough to get the handball away. Comes back to McPherson now. He's just shoveled off the ball. Players diving in. Ball spills free. Comes out here to Trevorrow this time. He done well. The umpire said, no, you didn't. You were wrapped up in the tackle and you have dropped the ball. So Chesterman goes out wide. Long kick down the line by Culliver. It's a lovely kick to Linehan Cunningham. Presented very, very well. Now the next kick is the important one. So long down the line here in the space. It's a nice looking kick, but
good mark.
It's well done there.
And 50.
McDonald was caught behind there.
Should have been 50. I reckon he slung him.
Well, the umpire didn't see it that way. He's got Vermeulen in the square, doesn't use him. So long down the line here by Steele from Belmont. Over the back, the ball comes, as the umpire says, a push, and it's going to Werribee.
Oh, is
So, yes, it is, mate. So,
Wow.
Linehan Cunningham with
He
the,
went-
with the free kick. He seesawed like a plane, mate. So, ball driven deep inside 50 again in the McDonald direction. Puts the hands up. Steele stays the ground, does well, protects the space. Didn't quite pick that one up. Ball spills free. Well done by Phillips. Phillips gets the ball out to Jennings. Oh, sorry, Allett. Allett goes back again. Dives on it. Handballs the ball up. Quick kick out of defence here by Belmont. 2-on-1. Jones comes in, reaches over the top, nearly takes a great mark. Quick handball back here. Finds Stevenson. Stevenson with time. Swings around on the right foot, delivers, but only as far as
It's a shocker.
big Jack Evans. So Evans for Belmont between centre wing and half back. Far side of the ground here at Werribee. Kicks the ball long down the line. Good use of the body there, kept the players out. But well done by Jones there. Run through, knocked the ball out of hand. Swings onto the right boot and has kicked another one. You're right, Grubby. He was going to be a problem, and he has been now. 6-2 to Belmont, 3-5 to Werribee Centrals. Nearly 7 minutes gone.
We went
Buckley
down.
at the time, the second quarter.
We went down to Belmont a few weeks ago and watched them play Anarchy, and we watched Sam Jones run around in the seconds that day,
Yep.
and he's the difference between the two sides now. He's
right.
kicked what? Has he kicked 3 out of 6?
Yep.
And a-
3-1.
And a point or two, yeah. He's the difference at the moment because when the ball hits the ground or when it's in the air, he's a massive danger. And of course, the bloke that's playing him just come back from overseas, hasn't played much cup footy, I think. So maybe they find someone else who can run with him. But he's a dangerous player at the moment, Sam Jones.
So back in the middle we go once again. O'Halloran up early, knocks the ball down, goes towards Crennan. Crennan's got players inside, goes to Andrews. Got through the first one.
Ran a
Geez,
long way. He's ran a long way.
Didn't hear the umpire's whistle, but the umpire's allowed it to go on. And I
Whoa.
think he has kicked the goal.
Whoa!
Daly Andrews has his first of the afternoon, the fourth for the Werribee side.
So on
4-5 to the Werribee side. 6-2 Belmont Lions and 7.5 gone. Buckley's Entertainment Centre, second quarter scoreboard.
Well, you know I'm Werribee through and through, you blokes, but I reckon he's run too far. I reckon he's run 25 metres myself.
He's run further than Cliffy Young, mate.
Yeah, he
That's how far
did.
he's
He ran a
gone.
long, long way. I think the umpire he loved the football. He said, bugger it, I forgot about it. And he let it go, but I reckon he's run too far. But it's still a contender. We haven't even named the goal today yet. I'll do it in a minute.
Beautiful. Ball back with the umpire once again. Ruckman go at it. Evans this time forces the ball out in the hands of Murdoch. Goes into their half-forward line. Ball bounces. Evans picks the ball up. Over the top
no.
to Jones. Looks at 4.
Jones again.
And kicks goal number 4. So Sam Jones, the quick response. 7-2 to the Belmont Lions. 4-5 Werribee. 8.5 gone to Granny Cycling Sports. Second quarter scoreboard.
Well, why would I say any different than I did after the last goal?
I don't know.
Well, I won't.
Okay.
That's Sam Jones again. You want me to rave on about him again?
Yeah, please.
Remember a couple of weeks ago we went down and watched him play Anarchy? He was in the 2s. And now he's the difference here. Is that what I said?
Pretty
Yep.
much.
Something like that. Well, I said it again. I tell you what, this is probably the best sight that I could possibly want to see at the moment.
Jones coming
Sam
off.
Jones is coming off. We're a chance. We're a chance now, Centrals. He had a bit of a laugh
He
too.
did.
Lovely fella.
Ball back in the middle. O'Halloran go up early, but Evans just belts the ball 30 metres forward. Ball chipped out wide here. Running onto the ball now, Prismal. Onto that left foot, chips the ball over the top there, looking for Culliver. Culliver does well at the back, brings the ball to ground. Paddy Ayres picks it up, tries to get around the tackle, but Jack Evans done brilliantly there, puts a hand in, knocks it out of bounds.
We have a bit of fun, but let me be serious for a minute. Don't keep him off for too long, you bloke. I don't even know why he is off. He's sitting at full forward. He's not running all over the ground, and he's the difference at the moment. Don't leave him off too long.
So ball to be thrown back in front of the Werribee's coaching box here. So up it goes. O'Halloran, Evans do battle. Evans wins that one down. Chessman tries, but Jack Evans wins that one out. Goes long, looking towards his other brother, but Gilbert did well. He's been spun around a full 360
And a half.
and a half. That's a 7.5 by the Russian judges there. That pirouette. Umpires let it go.
Well, they're not playing the same rules they did in the AFL last night. Thank God for that. That's all I can say.
Yeah, no, you're right, mate. So the ball is thrown back in right in front of us. So there's a free kick, and I reckon there might be a card here. Daly has just thrown a fist at Trevorrow. Wasn't much in it, but yeah, he's given the free kick. So got the tagging job on him. Punch him right in the chest. Anyway, Trevorrow at the free kick now. Drive Belmont into attack again. Does just that. Goes long looking for Ben Evans, who flies almost uncontested there. Can't bring it down, but Jed Evans does the job. Gets the handball, comes out there by Eddie. Back in for the ball now. McPherson over top. Ball spills free again now. Picked up by O'Halloran. Gets a quick kick out, but only as far as Michelle. Michelle has options everywhere. Comes out to Jennings. Jennings goes back to Michelle. Quick kick forward. Ben Evans nearly falls on his lap. Does really well at ground level. Picks the ball up and he's wrapped up in a tackle and has been brought to ground, and we'll have a ball up just inside the 50 for Belmont.
I think he's paid a free, hasn't he? Everyone's running away from it.
Holding the ball.
He has paid a free. I don't know. He tried to mark it. He didn't drag it in because he got it in midair.
So Murdoch now for Werribee goes along, and geez, that just come off, didn't it?
They're the ones I don't like, Smithy.
Camilleri takes a great mark, hits the ground running, plays on, gets the handball over to Andrews. Andrews goes longer down the line. The big stretch there, nearly a fantastic grab. Now it's a 3-on-1, so bit of trouble here. Eddie gets the handball over the top. Finds Allen. Allen goes back towards Eddie. He swings around, looking for a bit of space. A quick kick backwards. He's done it well and found Jennings. So Jennings could get 50 there, knocked out of the hand. The umpire said, no, let's just calm things down. So far side of the ground in front of the scoreboard here at Galvin Park. Ball long down the line, looking for Wood. Wood puts her hands up, only as far as Andrews. Andrews, quick kick back into no one in particular. Phillips drops what he probably could have taken uncontested. Paddy Arch comes through. He fumbling the ball, can't pick it up. Had a big chance there, but didn't. Picked up eventually by Thompson, who feeds the handball out wide. Back in the Belmont's forward line. Wiley fighting for the ball. Can't quite pick it up, can't find space. Umpire's coming in, but he's let play go. Nice little handball out. What's been picked out here? Pushing the back, this umpire up there has said. So...
bit too far away for me to comment on that.
Yeah, can't see much on the replay. I wasn't looking that hard. So anyway, the ball swung wide. Numbers here. They've got 2-on-1 here. Nice little kick in the middle. That's probably a better option, I reckon. Grubby finds Murdoch.
Well, he had Evans chasing. So.
He did. So Murdoch comes again through. Bang. Ball down line. That's not a great kick that time. So turnover here again for Werribee coming forward. McNamara did well. Don't know if he's trying to do the handball there to Jennings, but he goes back and helps out. Gets his own ball, picks it up. What's the umpire going to say here? He's in trouble.
Ball it up.
No,
good
he's
decision.
not.
That's a really good decision. It's the one the other bloke made a mistake on. He didn't go to ground and drag it in. He took it in the air and he was dumped. It's not a drag in. It's a ball up. Great decision, young fella.
Well, he picked it up. So it wasn't.
He didn't drag it in. That's a good decision.
So ball back in the air. Evans wins that one down comfortably. Culliver leading the race, but McPherson comes the other way, breaks one tackle. Umpire's going to say this time.
Had 3 steps prior opportunity. Another good decision.
Spun through a tackle.
Yes, another good decision.
So O'Halloran driving Werribee forward in the Kerr direction. Ball comes down. Cunningham had a fly. Couldn't quite take the mark. Ball spills free. Picked up. Handball back here. Finds McDonald. Kick smothered very, very well. Spill free. Belmont knocked the ball out wide. Quick kick out of defence, heading in the Wiley direction, but it's travelled a long way, and it's been marked by the bench at Werribee. So, ball brought back in quickly, finds Culliver. Culliver now looking at his options. Not a lot of movement up there,
Grub. There's none.
Bit problematic. So, Culliver just chips the ball into the hot spot, and who's there? Evans, but the ball comes to ground. Well done there by Gus Primmer.
He's in trouble.
He's been caught.
Yeah, that's a good decision too.
He did. He just held on a bit long. Should have gone the handball first up. So Kerr to have a shot at goal from about 30 metres out, pretty much directly in front.
He's come back a long way.
He has.
Now he sneaks across, so he opens
up. The umpire's opened up.
He put him back again. He put him back again.
He knew about it. So Kerr from Werribee looking for their 5th goal. Cut the margin back to 9 points. Comes in. Very deliberate. He's pushed that one to the right, I believe, and that is 4-6 now to the Werribee side, 7-2 Belmont. We've travelled 15 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter scoreboard.
This is where the kick can get in trouble. They've had more shots for goal now.
Go Belmont!
Here we go. All you need's Fergie now.
So the ball from full back kicked in. That's a nice looking kick out from full back. Eddie, it wasn't kicking in. Mark has been taken right on the line, or the 50-metre line.
Mayman.
And that's Mayman. So Mayman now goes out wide, goes out looking for Evans, and that is another nice kick into position. And he takes the mark right on centre wing.
Jeez, you wouldn't want to keep running into him, would you?
No, not too many times.
Knock yourself out.
Ball short, goes inside to Allett, put him under pressure, went back outside, got support. So now they run the ball from the centre wing position, go into their half-forward line. Linehan Cunningham, he is best position and comes up with the mark. So he wants to go back in the same direction. You would have thought to come this side would have been a better option.
If he's got someone.
He hadn't even looked this way, so he goes back to the boundary line, out towards O'Halloran, got his hand inside. Carlton couldn't pick the ball up, goes back outside to Evans. He got the handball out wider, might have been Eddie that was out there with him. Culliver, he's in there to support. Taylor's there. There's not much clean ball handling. Finally, the ball is kicked out of the air, goes back into the middle of the ground, and the mark is going to be taken out there by Andrews. So Andrews, he looks across the ground, good vision, goes out wide, finds his teammate out there in Murdoch, got around one, took a step, looked up, went into the half-forward line, and Taylor comes up with a mark. So Taylor now, outside 50, wants to kick and go, and does so, long into their forward line. Ball not taken at ground, in the marking contest, at ground level, comes out, and it's cleaned up. Murdoch, actually it's picked up. Umpire said it's dropping the ball. And was that against the coach? It was.
Umpire was correct.
Vermeulen. And the free kick is going to go to... Looks like Kerr that's going to be taking the kick.
You've got to be a bit careful there, Werribee. They played on and kicked it. Well, if it's a goal, they probably give it a goal.
Advantage, yeah.
But it's not, so they don't.
Why not?
Sam Jones still off the ground. And I reckon he's grabbing at his hammy a bit.
He's rubbing Kerr runs around now, kicks that goal. That looked pretty nice off the boot. I think he's pretty happy with the effort, and so is the goal umpire. He's first of the afternoon. The fifth now for the Werribee side. They're 5-6. They trail Belmont on 7-2. 17 minutes gone. Buckley's Entertainment Centre, second quarter scoreboard.
The desperation was there, but to me, I know Linehan Cunningham took a mark down back. But has he gone back forward? Oh, yes, he has. He must have been just in play because they probably, I thought, lacked the big bloke to take a mark when he wasn't there. But when the ball hit the ground that time, Belmont were in all sorts of trouble. They grabbed the footy, and Werribee's tackling in the forward line was really, really good. And, of course, caused a free kick. And were able to kick a goal and get themselves back in the game a little bit.
So back in the middle now. Looks like O'Halloran's going to have to do it all day, Grub.
Yeah.
So up against Evans. Evans uses the body well, taps it forward. Falls in the hands now of Carlton. Carlton kicks it out of the centre, looking forward towards McDonald. McDonald brings the ball to ground well there. Oh, no, not too high. It's
he had him by the jumper.
Yeah. He did. It just looked different from where I was sitting. So ball's come out wide here. Running onto it. Is that Saliba back on? So that's good news for Werribee, but turns the ball over. Evans now kicks the ball long out wide here. Ball is bouncing on the ground. That's a good pick up there. Good hands in. Puts his team under immediate pressure. Belmont with 3-4. Wiley handballs the ball back. Nice play there. Nice and steady. Finds Wood. Wood looked for the quick handball, but was told by his teammates to steady and go long down the line looking for Jack Evans. That's where he goes. Uses the body wheel. Puts the one hand out. Brings the ball to ground. Fights. Keeps it in. Gets a quick handball out to his brother Ben. Ben goes over top looking for one of two teammates. Both left it for each other. Wiley done really well. Tapped the watch to himself. Nice little kick in there. So, wow, good little play. Braden Eddy now. He said, Grubby, where'd he come from? He came over from
Barwon Heads.
Barwon Heads, mate. So, handy pick-up mid-season here for Belmont. Let's see what he's like kicking for goal. That's not a real big swap, is it? Ben McPherson coming on for for Jed Evans.
So what they do now, Werribee, is they put Linehan Cunningham in the ruck for a while against the lighter fella.
Yep.
Give O'Halloran a rest forward and then swap them back when Big Evans comes back on.
Fair enough. So,
Eddie, go back to Barwon Heads, they say.
He has missed everything there. Kicking from 25 out on an angle, but that's not a great result for Belmont. So, ball being brought back in now by Stevenson. He goes across goal. Not a great kick. Turned it over to Wiley. Wiley throws it on the boot and does not make them pay. Through for a minor score. So 7-3 to Belmont. 5-6 now to Werribee. We've gone 20 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter.
Ball from Stevenson goes to the back pocket. Camilleri goes in short, finds Culliver. So they're about 20 out from goal. He transfers play across the ground this time. Kick will be okay. They've got two-on-one situation. Ball over the top. Linehan Cunningham runs in for the ball. He picks the ball up. He was tackled. Got the handball away, but only as far as Evans. Sits over the top of it now. Needs to get it out. Umpire circles and says yes.
Well,
he has held the ball in. Free kick will go to Chesterman. So Chesterman now got the handball very quickly out. Into the hands there of McKenzie. Long into their forward line. Sitting under the ball will be Jennings.
Terrible.
Read that nicely. He takes a mark and will steady things down. Read that nicely.
He stuck it straight down his throat.
That's what I'm saying. He read it nicely. Where else was he going to go? Ball from that player comes out wide towards centre wing. Chesterman hands up. Doesn't take the mark. Michelle can't take does kick the ball off the ground. Gets a little bit of ground. Goes towards the water. And was taken a little bit higher there in that contest. And he will be rewarded with the free kick.
And there's no way that boy meant that. He was going for the football.
Nothing in it. Just watching Sam Jones doing some lunges, stretches there around the boundary line, Grub.
Yeah.
So it might be a bench of 3 versus a bench of 3.
So Porter now gets the handball outside to Culliver. Culliver further afield. He put himself under a bit of pressure there, and that was Leonard. Got the handball back. Banana kick from the boundary line. He's going to travel to their half-forward line. Mark is taken out there by the Lions, so they'll be able to stem things down now. And we just called the play on there by the umpire.
I thought he called him to play on, then Kirkhurst taken off.
Unless he's heard the whistles from the netball, and he's gone with that whistle.
I don't think it was, but
Anyway, one mistake after another here, but we've got the ball now towards centre wing. And they go short. That's a nice looking kick. Mark will be taken out there. And this is Allen. So Allen now still outside their forward 50. Goes now, takes a bounce. Probably didn't need to, but looks up and goes into their forward line. Kick was okay, and that is well positioned. Mark has been taken out there.
There you go.
And I think that's Wiley that's taken the mark. So he can go back and look at a goal.
second shortest bloke on the ground behind Crin.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, what a shocking kick. He's kicked it down the throat of a Werribee defender, and this bloke snuck up in the middle of him and took a little ripper.
So Wiley now has one for the afternoon. A little bit chiller, colder here at the moment.
Rain coming across.
So the ball is kicked high, goes across the face of goal. O'Halloran's down there, and he will take the mark and steady things up for the Werribee side. So right on the goal line. Player told to come back to the top of the square. Decides to go and play on now and goes out wide. In front, Prismal couldn't take the mark. Handball comes back inside. Wood, his kick was smothered. Went back inside 50, so they were able to keep the ball in their zone. Ends in the hands now of Allett, who goes quickly towards goal. It's going to be trapped. No, it's not. It's picked up there by Wiley. Goes outside. Handball wasn't great, but they've got some numbers around the contest. It's about 25 out from goal. It's been picked up. Trying to get the ball away there was Trevorrow. He was slung, missed the ball. Umpire says now we're going to have a ball up which will take place.
I'll tell you what, you were right. It wasn't when you said it wasn't a great handball, because a good handball, Belmont kicks a goal there.
So the ball thrown up very quickly at the centre forward position. Picked up out there. And there's a free kick. Not too sure why.
I'll tell you in a sec.
Too high in the ruck.
I don't know. He was in front.
I'm
Ball
guessing.
out wide, goes towards Camilleri. That's not a bad attempt at a mark. That would have been close to the mark of the day there, Grub. But Eddie's now toasting the ball back towards the boundary line, and it pushes the ball over.
No close twos here, mate.
So we go on 23 and a half minutes in the second quarter. It is 7-3 Belmont Lions leading Werribee 5-6.
Is that the big men fly for the Routley's party pie?
Yeah.
Nearly.
Yeah.
Anyway, the ball
Yeah.
thrown in. O'Halloran and Wood. O'Halloran wins that one convincingly. Comes down to Chesterman. He kicks the ball long. Looking for Kerr. Kerr picks the ball up in a bit of space now. Time. Just gets around one, gets a handball over. Probably held on too long. Wasn't a great handball, but backed up there again. Werribee driving long into attack here. Running through beautifully. Oh!
That was a little high.
Oh, he's paid round the neck. That's ridiculous.
No, you're right. You're right. He got him across
He
the
nearly
forehead.
pulled his head off.
Got him across the forehead.
You're all right, mate. Go for a look. No props.
Getting out of the rain. Is that Vermeulen now getting up slowly?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I thought it was. That's the second one he's copped this year, isn't it? Might have copped one against Danicky too.
Well, that was a punch, I think.
Yeah, it was a coat hanger punch. So Brent Vermeulen takes a free kick. True centre half back position. The rain starts to tumble here at Galvin Park. So great smother off the boot there. Can do close. Taylor picks the ball up. Throws it onto the right foot really, really quick. Saliba running into space here and takes a chest mark. And I reckon he's done
hurt
a
his
hammy
leg
there,
again.
mate.
He's hurt his leg again.
I reckon that's hammy, mate. The way he pulled up there.
I reckon he's just his knee, Spider.
I reckon those little legs you couldn't do hammies, could you?
No.
Well, the big part of that was he got there so quick. His closing speed on the footy, I didn't think he was going to get there.
He done that very, very well. Took a safe chest mark. So Cam Saliba has a chance at his second to narrow the margin to 3 points. And he has made absolutely no mistake here.
It's all right now.
Yeah, nothing wrong with your leg when you kick
What have
goal.
you done?
So 6-6.
Shit.
6-6 Werribee. 7-3 Belmont. That's a 3-point margin to the Belmont Lions. We have gone 25.5. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter.
Let me say this, right? Forget about the goal. Let me say this. When Sam Jones came off the ground before, had a bit of a dig at him, a bit of a laugh, and great to see him off the ground. Well, I don't think he's coming back. I think he's done a hamstring. And as much as I'm Werribee and he was playing so well for Belmont, I'm devastated at that because he was putting on a clinic, just like Luke Luddick used to do in his heyday. But he was putting on a clinic, and I'm obviously sad to see him go. And I hope he gets back very, very quickly. He's a lovely bloke and a brilliant, brilliant footballer.
That's why he missed the start of the season, mate. Hammy as well.
Oh, gee, I honestly hate to see that. He was leading them a merry dance down there. That's. Anyway, that's football.
Well, the rains now looks like it may set in this sunny weather grub at Werribee.
Must be snowing in Geelong.
It's gone. Well, it would be. Don't worry about that. I hope we're getting some of it, actually. Ball from the ruck contest comes out into the hands there of Michelle. He goes with the right boot back in towards this in a half-forward position. Marcus not taken at ground level. Evans, he can't pick the ball up. It runs backwards into the hands now of Thompson. Kicks into the half-forward line, and the mark has been taken out there by McPherson, running back with the flight of the ball. So he can go back. Has he got the distance in him? I'm not too sure, but we will soon find out.
He's kicking into the window, I reckon.
Into the
Well,
rain.
that rain's coming across, mate. Grubby, can they bring the halftime spread out to us?
Yeah, well, why not?
So we've got McPherson taking plenty of time with this kick. He'll need to travel the ball at least 45, I would think, here. Steps in, kicks long, looks okay off the boot. It is going across the face and through for a minor score. He has 1-1 for the afternoon. 7-4 now to the Belmont Lions. 6-6 Werribee, 27 minutes gone. Buckley's Entertainment Centre, second quarter scoreboard.
Good weather for the duck pond.
Cricketers haven't given it away yet, mate. They're still out there having a go.
Playing. So Stevenson brings the ball in for Werribee. Nice looking kick. So
Got the new drainage system in this ground too, so it won't get too wet, I don't think, like it used to.
That's good hands though there. Strong hands are going back. It's not what Grubby likes to see, but the ball's in the hand of McKenzie now. McKenzie comes out wide, finds McDonald. McDonald quickly on the left foot, drives it down the line, finds Linehan Cunningham. So Werribee opening the game up a little bit here. Was going to chip over top to Crenham, decided to go a bit longer down the line, which wasn't great. Hits Primmer on the chest, but he's
and that's a
going to play
definite free kick, and it was there. And I don't mind that actually, because they did have people running down the ground a bit.
Yep.
You know,
So
sometimes you've got to take a risk if you've got them players.
So Gus Primmer, the resultant free kick here, just backward of centre wing. Goes long down the line here, looking for Jack Evans. Too wide, and it's kicked out of bounds on the full. So the ball will come back exactly where it just came from.
Get a kick, McDonald!
So BLC is going to bring the ball back in. So Linehan Cunningham plays on, kicks long down the line here. Just going to stay and play just. It's a nice grab by Prismal. Prismal calling for his players. Too close to the man on the mark. Ball's touched. Knocked out of bounds there in front of McNamara. Appealing for a 50, but I don't think there was 50 there. Just put the hands down. Yeah, that's what we're saying. It was touched off the boot. So
A 50? What's he want a 50 for?
Prismal wanted a 50.
Oh, for running over the mark.
Yeah, we've got a yellow card from the coach's box here.
We've got the white card, have we? The white card's out. Yes, it is. So, white card. It wasn't Grubby this time.
It's not even the coach's box.
No, it's next to, which is disappointing. But they can do it for the spectators too, but who do you know where they're from? So, free kick now is a result of the white card.
That's ridiculous. Football's coming to this, I'm telling you.
I'm not going to disagree with you at all.
Hey, go on, Zach.
So, kick down the line, slides at the side of the boot a little bit, but Evans in the best position, brings the ball to ground. Did well there, Trevorrow, but takes it over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in.
What would stop you in the grand final, dressing up the opposition colours and standing on the boundary line and giving the umpires absolute?
Well, they said everything's North Geelong. It wasn't even North
Can
Geelong.
the commentators get a white card?
Yes, you can. So the ball thrown in there. We've gone 30 minutes here. Neither Ruttman get hands on the ball. Jennings first, back to it. Daly wraps him up. Ball spills free. The box is getting wet now. The rain's coming in under the shelter. So ticked over 30 minutes, 30 and a half minutes here. Buckley's Entertainment second quarter scoreboard. Belmont leading by 4 points at the moment. But the ball, just the attacking side of centre wing here for Werribee. O'Halloran probably going to get the free kick, I reckon. Yes, he is. So one last probably roll of the dice here for Werribee. Plays on quickly, drives the ball long, 2-on-1. Phillips comes across, couldn't get a hand to it. Ball hits the deck now. Who's that kick off ground? Taylor couldn't quite get the boot to ball. Ball spills free, siren goes. There it is. So half time. 6-6-42, Werribee trailing Belmont 7-4-46. Can we have some goal kickers, please, Dale?
Yes, goal kickers to the half-time. Saliba with 2, one each to McDonald, Crennan, Kerr, and Andrews. And for the Belmont Lions, 4 to Sam Jones, who unfortunately won't probably take any further part in this game.
Big Evans
1 to
just attacked
McPherson
him then.
and 1 to Andy Wiley. So we're going to take a short break, come back.
Bit of
Sorry, Ben Evans
frustration
also
there
has
for the
one.
big fella.
Going to take a short break and come back, and we'll have a summary from Grubby that lets you know what's going on here in the first half, and hopefully get some scores from around the ground. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Well, listeners and viewers, welcome back to Galvin Park. You'll probably notice a different camera angle now because the cameraman, a little bit of rain, and he has absolutely packed his pants and come inside. I thought cameraman made a tougher stuff in this grub.
Well,
Certainly no
unfortunately
three
not.
votes for Brad.
Unfortunately not. He won't be going to the Hotham Hotel, I can tell you that.
Who's our goal of the day, mate? Have you worked that one out yet?
No, I haven't. I've been too busy. It's been such a good game to watch. But I've had a bit of a look around. I tell you who hasn't had a real good go at it over the years, and that could be, I don't know. How about we go down the bottom? We don't give them as much until the end, but promoted trophies and apparel. They're the goal of the day.
All right, buddy. Well, we see Belmont with a slender 4-point advantage at half-time. What are your thoughts on the first half, mate? It's been an absolute cracker, I think.
It's been one of the better games, and I just hope the rain doesn't spoil it. But you know what it's like in Werribee? It could be 28 and sunny by the start of the last quarter, Smithy. You've seen it happen before here.
Yeah, I can't see it today.
You know, I went out to mow my lawn last Sunday and it poured rain. I mowed it 20 minutes later. That's what Werribee's like. It was a good half of footy. And all of a sudden, it wasn't so good. And that was because of the immense pressure that both sides put on each other. I think the turning part of that quarter, and I've got to say it, and I was so sorry to see him go, but Sam Jones going off with a hamstring, that's a terrible loss for them because, as I said a few times, he was leading the defence an absolute merry dance, and he was absolutely fantastic. And we hope he comes back soon. But on the ground, I still reckon 50-50, and now it shows on the scoreboard there's not much in it. Maybe Werribee Centrals probably should have kicked a couple of goals that they missed that might have snuck them in front. But I tell you what, Belmont are playing pretty good footy. They move the ball well and they get into position. I just saw some of Werribee's back line when they went in the forward line, Belmont. They just didn't quite get to the right spots. They went over the top and they didn't get to probably where they should have got. But hopefully the coach has addressed that. He's been pretty good himself, especially with his ball use. And I tell you who I like. And we all saw him at full forward, the new full forward. And I know there was a lot of raps on him because he come from St Bernard's. But I thought he was a little bit overweight round one, like you said. But he's come back today fit, and he has to be because now Big Daly's gone. This fella's he's got to go into the ruck, O'Halloran, and he's done a very, very good job against a couple of very, very good ruckmen in this competition in the Evanses. Got a bit frustrated, the Big Evans, right towards the end of the last quarter. I'd hate to be him grabbing me by the throat. You'd never see me ever again, which probably a lot of people would love. But you know, as I say, I can't believe it. It's not fair for the big fella, but it's going to probably help Werribee quite a lot. But look, a good game, Smithy. I think you've enjoyed it so far. I can't predict a winner from here because it's too close. I guess whoever, well, I know it sounds simple, but whoever plays the better footy early will win the game.
Yeah,
you're right. I was just talking to Sam Jones.
Yeah, that's all right. No, they'll definitely need to establish themselves in this different conditions they've got now. As I said, towards the end of that last quarter, Werribee got themselves back closer than they've probably been for some time in the game. So they need to continue as soon as the ball bounces in this third quarter. As I said, if this sits in for the rest of the day, it could become very much a scramble to see who can kick the winning goals. And accuracy in front now is going to be very, very important, not only in this game, but looking at some of the results through the other games too. I think that will be a common feature.
About to lead into that, Dale. Half-time at other games. 11-10-76. Thompson leading Geelong West 3-6-24. North Geelong 10-7-67, leading Belpo still 2 goals, 8-20. Annie 8-8-56, lead Cries 7-6-48. East Geelong 5-7-37, lead Bannockburn 4-4-28, and Inverleigh 8-7-55, lead Winch 7-7-49.
So that's closed up too.
Down to a goal.
Wow. We've got some good, well, we could have some really good games all around the league. Before we do keep going, I reckon my favourite auntie might be listening here today. They've still got the plaque on the fence over there. So if you're listening, Mon, hope you're all right.
I've just been completely unplugged, so...
Oh, there you go.
I've been replugged back in so Brad can see what's going on. Just quickly around the other games. Bell Park 34, Leopold 17, Geelong West 21, Newtown 22. So the rain's obviously hit Geelong before it hit here.
Yes.
St Albans 45, lead Grovedale 43.
Whoa!
Colac 81, Lara 37, South Barn 87, lead North Shore 16. Of course, we said the big freeze game tomorrow, St Mary's versus St Joey's over in the Bellarine. Quickly before we get started, Drysdale 28, Model Road 24, Newcombe 53, July Matter 45. No score for Ocean Grove and Anglesey, so obviously they've turned the power off at Ocean Grove. Queenska 56, Port 35, Torquay 51, lead Barwon Heads 31.
And I'll just give you a bit more information. Next week in the GFL at Newtown, there may be a special guest in the K-Rock box.
So the ball is now thrown up at the centre bounce. Who's that going to be, Grub?
Could be
ball
me.
Picked up, kicked into the towards centre wing. Kirko just kicks the ball off the
Mickey.
ground. Picked up out
Good,
there
mate.
by
Alex.
Andrews I think it was. Ball comes out of that contest, kicked off the ground now by O'Halloran. Got some valuable ground, goes towards Taylor, but first to arrive may have been the Belmont Lions, and they were, and they tried to get the clean kick out of that contest. It's going to be a bit of that, and I think soccer might become prevalent in this second half. The ball is picked up and kicked now long, going back towards their half-forward line. Prettyard leads in the race for the ball. Actually, no, it wasn't this time. It was Murdoch. He got the handball outside. Going back to win possession of it. That's not going to be clean, this game of football, I wouldn't think, from here on in. Ball comes out. Kilby got the ball out. And again, the ball is tried to be forced out, but it's been run over the boundary line there by Murdoch.
Prevalent. What did you have for dinner last night?
Yeah.
A dictionary.
Yeah, I did. Big words today.
It's the biggest word I've ever heard you say.
Don't ask me to spell it, though. Ball comes out of that contest. Culliver had it, lost it. Again, now picked up again, and the tackle is laid very quickly. Umpire says no prior opportunity, and the ball will be thrown up. Wood doesn't look too good here. He's got a bit of a neck problem. Ball from that ruck contest. Now there's a free being given, and it's going to go to O'Halloran. So O'Halloran now from just defensive side of centre wing delivers the ball back towards centre wing. Good spoil from behind. The ball goes over the boundary line. Have a throw in right in front of where we sit. So Evans is already there waiting to do the ruck work. O'Halloran, as we said, will now carry the load in the second half for the Werribee side. Ball is thrown back in. Ruckman now, ball from Evans comes out. Culliver read it nicely out of the contest, got the handball away. Now there's a high fend off, says the umpire, and it will go to the opposition in Wiley. So Wiley now on the centre wing, goes long into their forward line. Evans tries to protect the space. O'Halloran's back there lending support. Turns up there first, gives the handball. Sorry, tapped it along towards Chesterman. Ball went over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in, which will take place. So 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes into this third quarter. It sees Werribee at 6-6 and the Belmont Lions 7-4.
So, ball to be thrown in, Dale. A bit of wet weather still around. Hopefully it blows over. But looks like Evans, Ben and O'Halloran. Evans wins that one down in front. Wiley couldn't quite trap it, so Ben Evans goes back, does it himself. Feeds a handball out towards McPherson. He overruns it. Chesterman picks the ball up. Feeds a handball back towards Stevenson. He hacks the ball off the ground very, very cleverly in the end. Finds its way to Porter. Porter goes across to Murdoch with the ball now deep in defence. He goes long down the line. Kerr with the ball now. So outside the defensive 50 now. He drives out in front of the scoreboard. Skews off the side of the boot. Gus can't quite take the mark. Tapped across there. Picked up here by Chesterman, who swings on the right foot. We'll see a lot of that the rest of the day. Just kicked long down forward. And I'll tell you what, no. Taylor's nearly taken a crack and grab it. Anyway, handball comes out to Michelle. Michelle has runners coming out here. Ball just skid off the ground. Picks it up well. Handball over the top there. McPherson has it now. Stops, props, swings round, tries to guide it through. No 15, said the umpire, which is correct. Play on. Ball bounces out. Finds it to Chesterman, who slaps it on the boot again. Long down. Oh! The big man had to fly to get over the top of Evans.
And got what's that?
I have no idea what that's been paid for.
He can't have paid the mark.
Replay.
He can't have paid the mark.
No, he didn't. There's no way he's paid the mark there. Anyway, the ball is in the hands of Culliver now for Werribee. Culliver looking out here for Taylor, and that is a sensational kick there. Everyone, I think, still stopped in disbelief that the free kick has been paid against, I don't know if it was paid against Evans or the mark had been paid.
Well, it would be an unacceptable attempt. It was my...
Well, he got that close to it. That probably rules that out. But that's the only decision that I could think of, and that would have been going to Belmont.
Yeah,
but he paid it to I can't understand that.
Blake Taylor coming in to put Werribee in front. Beautiful kick off the boot. And Blake Taylor has his first for the day. Has the 7th for Werribee. They move to 7-6, leading Belmont, who are 7-4. I can't see the clock. How long have we gone in the Greedy Cycling Sport, mate? 4.5 minutes. I mean, it's like what, second quarter? Third quarter.
That just bewilders me. That bewilders me. Unless when he landed, someone grabbed hold of him or something. I don't know. But I think all the Belmont players all went to run back because they thought they were getting the free kick. But
Because Evans had every right to stand under that ball.
of course he did. There's nothing in that contest that he did wrong unless something happened after it. I'll have to watch that. But I'm astounded, and so were all the players, actually.
So the ball back in the middle of the ground. Evans doing the ruck work. O'Halloran also. Evans went uncontested. Actually missed the swipe on the ball. Picked up there by Murdoch. Got a kick towards centre wing. Ball now runs freely. And Crennan will be the first one to arrive there. Did some nice work. Kicked it along the ground. Didn't go to where his teammate was, but it's been picked up out there. Cleared away by Phillips. Got the handball over the top. They work through Wiley now. His kick goes towards centre wing. Culliver comes through. Again, not clean pick up. Ball was left behind at ground level. There's some numbers around the contest. The numbers are now with the Werribee side. Picked up by McKenzie. His kick's going to go close to the boundary line. Oh, no, that was... no, you can't.
Have a look at the smile on his face.
Couldn't possibly see that.
No, he couldn't. He's right. That was definitely not a mark. Ball goes into their forward line. Picked up. It can't be picked up out there by Jennings. He tries to work his way through the contest. They've got some numbers back. Alec gets the ball out now. Ends up back in now in the hands of a Steele, who kicks back towards Big Evans at centre wing, and he will take the mark. So he's just going to slow things down now, the big fella.
You got to have fun, don't you? If you don't have fun, you shouldn't be here. He's having fun.
So Evans now kicks the ball, goes towards his opposition ruckman. That was O'Halloran, came through, couldn't take the mark, picked up by Camilleri. He picks it up and puts it down. Picked up out there this time by Allen, I think it was. He was tackled, brought to ground, umpire in quickly, and we will have a ball up.
I thought the Werribee boy ran a few steps and could well have been holding the ball there.
So the ball thrown up very quickly again. This time it comes out towards Crennan. Handballs over the top. Goes back towards Prismal again. Can't be paid that mark because the ball hit the ground. Ball is picked up out there and was delivered there by a teammate. Ends up in the hands of Michelle. He left the ball behind. Ball now runs towards the boundary line. It is over and we will have a throw in.
Probably couldn't be paid the mark, though, because it was a handball as
yes,
well.
that's also right, Spider.
Well, it might not matter either.
Yeah, no.
Very
It is getting dark out there, Spider.
Where's Brendan Beveridge when you need him?
Umpire doing the right thing by the player, just drying the ball on the shirt, throws it in now. O'Halloran trying to get front position. It's tapped out, runs back towards Allett. He can't pick it up. Culliver did so, but then left it behind. Picked up by Carlton, got the handball out. Allett went back and collected it again. Michelle, left boot round the body, goes towards centre wing. That's a good mark out there, and it's been by McPherson. So McPherson has now an opportunity to drive the ball long into their forward line. Evans sits nicely out the back, and he took that very cleanly, and he can go back and shoot for goal.
I actually don't think that was a mark. I think because it didn't hit the ground.
A cheeky little grin by Prismal there too, wasn't
it? Yeah.
Hope that's on camera.
Well, that's what I say. He's having a bit of fun, and I know you want to win. I know he's coach, but just have a bit of a grin like that means he's having a bit of fun. How are you, buddy?
Benny Evans now is going to go back and have a look at his second goal of the afternoon. Collides up. It's not too bad off the boot, but it's not going to hold us. He can't claim that.
Oh.
Now, hang on.
And it has been given.
That's been given a goal.
Yes.
That went straight through the points.
It did from here, unless it curved after the post.
Anyway.
He was talked into it there, I think, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Umpire signals all clear. 8-4 now to the Belmont Lions, 7-6 to Werribee. We have gone 8.5 minutes. The Granny Cycling Sports third quarter scoreboard.
This is getting beyond a joke. This is getting beyond a joke. We've had some big raps on umpires over the last few days, but that went straight through the points for mine.
I'll have to watch the replay tomorrow anyway. Ball in the middle now. Evans and O'Halloran go at it again. O'Halloran wins that one down. Picked up there by Andrews. Really well. Nice little handball across. Driving the ball along here. McDonald behind. Does well to get win the ball. Goes on the right boot. Touched there by Saliba. Vermeulen.
I think it's a goal.
Sure.
I think it's a goal.
Oh, now, see, he's coming down to overrule, is he?
No, he's going to ask the umpire what he thought. He's going to ask him what he thought.
I thought the young umpire said it was given the all clear.
Well, we're about to find out if Sleeves got his second or it's a minor score. Hang on.
He
can't
can't
bring
do
it back
that.
in until the goal umpire says what he thinks. I think the other umpire called it touched off the boot, so...
Well, if he can overrule that one,
Well,
why wouldn't he overrule the last one? Because
Right.
everyone saw it went through the points.
Anyway, another minor score there at Werribee. They moved to 7-7. Belmont 8-4. Kick out comes out here looking for McNamara, who didn't want to take the mark, just decided to punch it over the line. We'll have a boundary line throw in.
The way we're going today, that could have been deliberate.
That was early in the season, Dale. Let's not bring that back, please, mate. So the ball to be thrown in front of the Belmont coach's box here. Evans and O'Halloran going at it again. So ball thrown in. O'Halloran wins that one, slips through his hand, comes back, kicks it off the ground. Could have been in danger, but not paid. Quick kick by Michelle, goes long down the line. Evans in front down there, but done well. There was Porter. Could have got a free kick from the back.
He's right in the middle of his back. He's going to pay holding the ball.
The umpire's paid holding the ball.
Right in the middle of his back.
Said he's dragged it in. Anyway, so Wiley with the free kick now. He drives Belmont long, looking for Ben Evans into the space. That's a great kick.
Well, he knows where to aim.
Anywhere.
Just kick it anywhere, son. You'll get a goal.
He just knows how to hold him up, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Ben Evans, and then just leads to get where he's got to go.
Well,
so
he has to, and I'm not bagging him, he has to with his pace. He has to
coming
get
in
that
again.
head start.
The goal umpire didn't.
It's another goal!
The goal umpire didn't move.
That's got to be a goal.
So that's a minor score there to Ben Evans. His first blemish of the afternoon. 8-5 Belmont now, leading Werribee 7-7, and we have gone a few minutes.
Ball comes in, yes, by just over 11, mate.
Thanks,
we've gone. Actually, the clock over there might be, I don't know whether I've started early or what here, but I'm a couple of minutes ahead of them. So, Anyway, ball in the back pocket now. So it's going to be delivered up there, this time by Andrews. He goes long towards centre wing. O'Halloran trying to get into position, but in front, McDonald got the handball down, or got the ball down. Chesterman got a handball away. And again now, with a number of players around the contest, this is going to be interesting if it comes out. It's not going to come out. Umpire has to come in, take position, and that's what he'll do. Pretty much on centre wing, front of the club room side of the ground here.
Just seen a still of Reece Prisma with the tongue out then.
Oh, yeah.
So ball thrown up again. This time the ball comes out of that contest. Evans trying to get the ball, does clear the space for Allett, and he goes into their forward line. The mark wasn't taken. The ball hits the ground, and it's now being run over the boundary line, and we will have a throw-in which will take place in front of the Werribee Central's players' box. It looks like he was heading towards the boundary line, but they've told him to hold his ground just for the time being.
I think we call it a coach's box normally.
Well,
but I know there's players in it.
Yeah, no, that ball, that's all right. Ball, Evans had a fresh airy. Couldn't get clean contact on the ball, but it's going to be picked up out there by Thompson. He emerged with it, gave the handball out the back, went towards Jennings. Jennings back further into the hands of Phillips. Now his kick goes forward, and it goes into the hands there of Andrews, who gets the ball out to Crennan. Crennan goes along the boundary line, actually went over the boundary line, and a free kick will go to the Belmont Lions. So the ball now is going to go to McNamara. I reckon Priswell's gained 3 or 4.
He has. What does it matter, mate?
So now it's with McNamara, and he decides just to go long into their forward line. Evans comes out, attacks the ball. Mark not taken out there again. Handball, the ball goes out the back. Might have been kicked quickly there.
Good contest.
And Taylor tried to make the spoil, but it's Allett who
What's
comes
this
in
idiot
now.
doing?
And
He's
now
going
he gets
for
the
the
ball
40.
down. He kicks long, and it's going to be a minor score. So it's 8-6 now to the Belmont Lions, 7-7 to Werribee. We've gone 13.5 to Grandy Cyclone Sports third quarter.
So ball to be brought back in now. Short kick. Works out okay.
Evans just pulled his helmet off.
Yeah, well. Bruce Dool style.
Yeah.
Anyway, kick coming out here. It's a nice kick there. Finds Cameron Leary into the space. He decides to run with it. Looking the handball over. Changes his mind. Kick smothered off the boot. Try to be too cute in the wet weather. Well done by Allett. Done well there. Go over to Wood. Wood goes back to Allett. Allett finds space again to throw it on the boot nice and quickly. And finds Wiley in front. Got a bit too cute there. Did Cameron Leary, I think, grub?
I think a few of them have tried it. Just get the ball and kick it in these conditions.
Yep. So Andy Wiley has won for the afternoon, looking to extend Belmont's lead out to 10 points. So in he comes now, kicking just inside 50.
Might be him.
Well, I've got him as 26.
He's kicked it and
that might
has missed to the left. Another minor score. So Belmont moved to 8-7. leading Werribee, who are 7-7. So ball comes back in again, finds Culliver. Galvin now looking at his options, chips it out wide again, finds Camilleri. I don't think he make the same mistake twice, Grub.
No.
Oh, he's gone backwards instead. So finds Stevenson. Stevenson goes across the ground again. So Werribee trying to build something out of the back line. Long kick down the line there was by Kilby. Nice sliding grab taken. So Werribee controlling the ball at the moment. Quickly plays on, goes longer down the line again, looking in the Taylor direction. Taylor flies. A wet ball just slips through the hands in the end. Stacks on. The umpire's picked out a free kick too high. And it looks like it's, I don't know, because I can't see, can't get up. Looks like Jennings is the recipient of the free kick now. Just defensive side of centre. No, it's McNamara, so he goes out wide. So again, slowly building here. Belmont just protecting their 5-point lead. So long kick down the line here. Players will fly. The back ball brought to ground. Quick handball out here, finds Wood. Wood goes on the left foot, no in particular. Leading in the race there is McPherson. He's bumped off the ball. Ball stays in play, so overrunning it now. Gives Belmont a chance to keep it in play, and that's what's happened. So we'll have a ball in, 15, 20 metres round from the Belmont goal. How long have we gone, Dale?
We've gone just on 16, Spud.
Thank you, mate. I don't know if I'm wrong with the scoreboard's wrong, but I've got 8-7 to 7-7.
Yeah, I've got the same with you, Spide. I agree.
Thank you, Dale.
Ball thrown in this time. Evans tries to take it out of the ruck contest. Kicked off the ground. Linnea Cunningham does the right thing. Just boots it along. Ball along the ground. Ball runs now towards centre wing. Kicked off the ground out there by McDonald. Went after it pretty quickly, but couldn't keep it in the field of play, and it has gone over. Have a throw-in which will take place. Far side, as we said, O'Halloran doing the ruck work now, and he's up against Jed Evans. Ball thrown back in. Evans front position. Ball from that contest. It's not coming out. Player was diving on top of the ball. Evans emerged with it, got the handball out. And again, the umpire's paid a free kick. It looks like it was for dropping the ball. That's what he's indicated. And it's going to go to Paddy Arge, it looks like, possibly. Out there on the far side. No, going back to Culliver. No, back to Paddy Arge. Oh, right, goes by hand to Culliver. Put him under a little bit of pressure. Out the back to Leonard once again now. He steps around one, kicks the ball. Back towards the half-forward line. Chessman underneath the ball. Took the mark and played on. Went quickly to McDonald. He was pushed off the ball as he was kicked.
Pushed in the back, he's called it.
It was kicking there, but the ball's going back, so it's been a free kick. I think he wanted to buy 50 metres there by trying to push back further than he had to. So McDonald now from outside 50. Has a short option, goes in that direction. Prismal couldn't take the mark. Still keeps the ball alive, kicked it off the ground. Chesterman again picked the ball up and then left it behind also. Ball from the handball. I'll say it was a handball because I can't see that far. Out towards Jennings. He goes back towards centre wing. In front, Mark was not taken out there. It was a great attempt. And Werribee now transfer or kicked the short kick in. Went back to Allett. He got the handball over the top to Evans. And the ball goes back towards their half-forward line. Standing in the road out there was a Porter. He couldn't take clean possession. Handball. So there's some good work out there by the Belmont Lions. They kicked the ball wide and possibly too wide now. Umpire said that's gone out of bounds on the full. Free kick goes to Werribee. Just ask him to go back and get inside or stand outside the field of play, but looks at it. He's going to try the same kick. This time he goes backwards. Into the hands of Murdoch. Across the goals they go. Player with plenty of time. McKenzie goes straight up the ground. That'll have to be worked because Taylor's got 1 on 4 there. Ball came out in the tackle. Picked up and again cleared away by Murdoch. He goes long back towards the goals. And I tell you what, that has bounced through. And he gets his first goal of the afternoon and the 9th now for the Belmont Lions. They are 9-7. They lead Werribee on 7-7. And we have gone towards 19 minutes to Granny Cycling Sports third quarter.
Yeah, look, common sense tells you you have to be spot on with your kicks. You can't kick it to one bloke on 4 because all he has to do is be just 1 centimetre less than perfect and away they went. And you really, in that situation, you have to come across to the boundary and keep it safe. You can't go back into the corridor to a 4-on-1. And that's a terrible mistake, that one. It's a shocking kick, and it's cost them a goal in a low-scoring game because of the pressure and now the weather. It's not going to be beautiful pieces of football. It's going to be hard, and you've got to do the right things, and that's cost them a goal.
So ball back in the middle now. O'Halloran and Evans. Evans wins that one down only as far as Chesterman, who throws the ball in the boot again. Kicks up and under. Evans nearly marks it. O'Halloran sharks the pack. Gets the ball over. Culliver feeds out a nice little handball. A bit of a run here now. Time. Long kick in here from Leonard. Into the hot spot, and that's nearly a great mark in defence. Taking their ball, hits the ground. McDonald picks it up, swings around on that favoured left boot, can't get a clear kick away. Ball spills out free. Driving after the ball there. Might be a bit of that coming on, I reckon. Ball is knocked out in a tackle, so we have a bit of time here. Trying to pick the ball up. That might be a sling tackle. No, the umpire says not. So fighting out there in the deep pocket here of Werribee's attack. Ball finally makes it over the boundary line. And we'll have a ball in about 35 around from the Werribee goal. Chesterman's been very, very good this quarter, Grub.
This quarter he has, but all his possessions have been under so much pressure that a lot of them, he's kicked it pretty much straight up in the air.
Yeah, fair enough. Ball thrown in now. So O'Halloran wins that one down only as far as McNamara, who's wrapped up in a tackle immediately, and the umpire has no choice but to come in and ball it up. So opens up the goals here a bit for Werribee. So we're about still 40 metres out, but not close to the boundary line now. Evans just used his body, went to grab it out, slipped out of the hand, kicked long out of the ground by Trevorrow, but nice mark there, taken in the way. Werribee coming across here looking for Murdoch's. Nice kick, puts him in space, but that's closed down very, very quickly. So now Saree, look at his options. Pushes it out wide, looking for Kerr. That takes the mark on the chest. Done well. Turned around, gets a handball inside straight away. Culliver under all sorts of pressure. I don't think it was quite there, but throws on the boot. Luck might be a fortune. No. Ball comes to ground. Chesterman just runs straight through. Handball across. Goes to Crennan. Crennan feeds the ball backwards. Very clever. Tempted the barrel, but that'll bring the rest of the rain that's coming. Culliver flies from the back, brings the ball to ground. Wrapped up now is Mackenzie. Ball going nowhere. So we'll have a bounce. Pretty much right on the 50-metre line, wherever he's attacking into the ground here. So ball in the air. Evans does well, brings that one to ground. Quick kick out of the pack, doesn't go anywhere by McNamara. But he lays the tackle straight away, and we'll have another stalemate. So currently we're ticked over 21.5. The Grandy Cycle and Sport third quarter here at Galvin Park. Ball in the air again. O'Halloran did well, nearly grabbed it way out. Gets a secondary tap down. Almost looking for the free kick, not quite there. Phillips throws on the boot. McPherson in front. Worried out of there by Murdoch, who goes after the ball again. Evans, McPherson done really well. His attempted kick was smothered, so, but luck's a fortune here. Lands in the hands of Eddie. Eddie gets a handball out, which is Chesterfield goes long again. Ball falls in the hands of O'Halloran. Chesterfield, yes, he's smoking now, not Chesterman. Anyway, Chesterman with the ball again now. I was going to call him Chesty Bonds for a minute there, Grub, so. Anyway, we'll have another ball up. Half forward line here. Werribee doing a fair bit of the attacking at the moment. So ball in the air. Evans just protects the space. Just does really well, but a great smother there by Camilleri. Ball fed out too high here on Tyler Crennan. So he's paid advantage. You can't pay advantage, umpire. You're allowed to bring it back anyway. Culliver drives long. Unrealistic attempt about 4 times there, I would have thought.
And the bloke that didn't make one stood there and took the mark.
And I reckon he's what's he done here? He's gone back to McNamara, so good option. He chips it out wide to Jennings. Jennings deep in defence now. Looking to build something here for Belmont. Precious few options moving from at the moment, so he just drives it long down, long in the McPherson direction, but he's outpointed by Murdoch again. Murdoch turns around, drives it in short. A nice grab taken there by Andrews. And I think he'll be kicking from probably right on 50 when he has this shot. The ball a little bit wet, mate. The boot's a bit slippery, so I think he'll take every bit of skill he's got. Grub?
Yeah, it will. It will. I don't know. They've taken him off a few times, haven't they? And I think that's probably because the president of Werribee's here. They don't want him to play the full game, but.
So 23.5 minutes scored. The Grandy Cycling Sport. So Andrews comes in. He's hooked that one, looking for a bit of distance. Goes through for a minor score. He has 1-1 for the afternoon, where we moved to 7-8. Belmont 9-7, and we've travelled 24 minutes. The Grandy Cycle and Sport, third quarter.
So Michelle doing the kicking in from the full-back position. He's going to come to clubroom side of the ground, goes out wide. I'll tell you what, there's a couple of Werribee players best suited out here. Camilleri probably was interfered with in the marking contest. The umpire said that's correct, and free kick will go to Camilleri.
See, if I was Evans, I'd swear at him now.
So the ball goes back in quickly, goes towards centre-half forward. Marcus not taken out there at ground level. Evans picks the ball up, got the handball out to Michelle. Michelle, little chip kick. Well, both players left it for each other, but neither went after it. I reckon this might be Michelle here with 22 spot. We don't know who this is. He's the only one that's not listed, so ball comes out, picked up out there by Thompson. His little kick forward, didn't travel too far. Crennan went back the other way with a boot to the ball. Taylor in front. Was he interfered with? Umpire said now he's laid a tackle. And umpire says, let's have it back. It's going to be a ball up, which will take place.
Rydell just got a little one over the shoulder. But, hey, it's Tiggy Touchwood in wet conditions. Play on.
The ball there is thrown up. Wood doing the ruck work. Ball comes out. Goes to Thompson once again. Out towards Michelle. Thompson went back and tried to help out. Michelle got the handball away. And over the top now. And it's going to be cleared away into the hands there of Wiley. Got around one. Puts boot to ball. That's the way to do it. Get it down the field. Evans is there, but a good strong spoil out there this time by Gilbert. Sees the ball back over the boundary line. So we'll have a throw in which will take place. So umpire about to put the ball back into the field of play. So Wood doing some ruck work at the present time. Up against O'Halloran. Ball thrown back in now. Both players, they worked the ball to the front. Culliver read that nicely.
Oh.
His kick went back. Did it hit him in the face or?
I think Evans got a hand to it, mate. I'm going to watch the replay now just to make sure.
Well, I thought he kicked it into his own head.
That's what it looked like, didn't it?
Yeah, I reckon he might have.
beat himself. That's a good job. So the ball back again with the umpire in the boundary line throw-in. Wood this time is taking front position. O'Halloran forced him underneath the ball, but couldn't take clean grab out of it. Picked up by Thompson. He went back towards centre half forward. Porter, he read that nicely, but then left the ball behind. Sits over the top of the ball now. And again, over the top come a couple of players, but the umpire said there's a infringement there. Free kick has been won, and it's by Eddie. So it's not. It's going back to Allett.
No one knew who it was
So
for.
Allett goes back outside now. Running player. Ball is kicked in along by Murdoch. Clears the pack. Evans thought he had a good grab on it, but couldn't hold it. Ball runs through for a minor score. So it is now 9-8 to the Belmont Lions. 7-8 to Werribee. 26.5 minutes gone. Ball in quickly to Culliver. Running player outside is Camilleri. This time he gets the handball outside into the hands of McKenzie, who drives the ball back towards centre wing. Paddy arches up, then left the ball behind. Cleaned away there by Primer. Unfortunately, the kick didn't travel the required distance. That hurt both players. I reckon I felt the crack from here. So the ball is now in the hands of Taylor, who kicked the goal from this position earlier on in the game. And he has a chance now to go back and kick his second of the quarter. So Blake Taylor, 25 metres to 30 metres out. Not directly in front, but again, the angle not too difficult here. Looks at goal, and that looks nice off the boot. And that has gone straight through the middle. He has his second of the quarter and the eighth now for the Werribee side. They're 8-8. They trail Belmont Lions on 9-8. 27.5 minutes gone to Granny Cycling Sports third quarter scoreboard.
Well, I thought it was going to happen again for a while. Werribee had the ball for up their forward line for so long. And then Belmont took it down. And if it was for Evans just not quite holding on to that footy, the goal goes the other way. But they've used the ball, Werribee, that time very, very well. Young Murdoch and a couple of these blokes, Camilleri, and they probably haven't been in the game as much as they'd like to, but they put in a good performance. And I'll tell you, Blake Taylor's been a very good player for Werribee Central for a long, long time.
So ball back in the middle now. We'll see Wood up against O'Halloran. Wood jumps high and gets the first touch to it. Anyway, it's cleared out here by Prisma on the right foot, drives them long. Good position
Good
there
mark.
by Gus Primer, done very, very well.
Good mark.
Outpointed Linehan Cunningham.
That's no mean feat.
So Primer comes out wide here. Over the back net. Went to Spore, but decided not to. So Trevorrow takes the mark
His
here for
own man
Belmont.
was in his way, Spider.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, so Trevorrow now for Belmont. On the left foot. Goes long down the line here looking for Ben Evans, who leads in front. That's a fantastic grab in this weather. They're called touched. Fair enough. It's been touched.
Who touched that?
I have no idea. I don't have a clue. Unless it was touched off the boot, which it was right in front of us. It didn't appear to be.
It was not touched off the boot.
Anyway.
To me, that was a straight-out, really, really good mark.
I agree with you, Grubby, with that one. So anyway, Ben Evans and O'Halloran will do the ruck work just in front of us here. O'Halloran wins that one down, but only as far as Michelle. Michelle throws it on the right foot, goes backwards. That could be a free kick for a front-on contact, I would have thought, but umpire said no. Ball's coming out now. First onto it is Andrews, picks it up. He's hot on his hammer there, gets the handball back, quick kick forward. He's going the distance. O'Halloran flies at it. Can't quite take the mark. He's got support on the ground. Nice little tap out in front of Camilleri. Camilleri just foxing around the ball. Taps it up. Carlton does really well. Goes to Chesterman. He left it behind. McNamara comes through the other way. Now we're going to have the ball up. The umpire coming to ball it up. That's what I'm trying to say, Grub.
Well, what I'm trying to say is if you go for a mark, it's always nice to keep your eyes on the football.
Yeah, it usually helps. So Wood wins that one down. Falls there to Murdoch. Murdoch drives Belmont forward again. Good use of the body apparently by Evans, but no. Bit of a shove in the back. Anyway, Stevenson runs away with the ball. Puts it out there in front of Leonard. Kerr does really well. Taps it over the top. Ball bounces up kindly. Leonard runs in towards the goal here. And it's well done there by Belmont. McDonald keeps it in play on the left foot. Siren! Siren! So, three-quarter time sees Belmont 9-8-62 leading Werribee by one straight kick, 8-8-56. Dale, goal kickers, please.
Yes, at this stage of the game, Taylor with 2 in that quarter. Saliba also has 2. One each to McDonald, Crennan, Kerr and Andrews. And for the Belmont Lions, 4 to Sam Jones. As we said, who left the game before half-time. 2 to Ben Evans and 1 each to Murdoch, McPherson and Wiley. Take a short break. Final call to action not too far away. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Belmont, our match of the round. Currently, Belmont 9-8-62 leading Werribee 8-8-56 from what has been a cracking 3 quarters of football. Grubby, your thoughts, my friend?
Oh, I'm really enjoying it. It's a fantastic game. Look, the scoreboard doesn't say so because it's not that high. But gee, it's a good game. It's ebbs and flows. I thought for the first half of that quarter, I thought Belmont were the better team by a fair bit, and they didn't quite kick enough goals when they had the ascendancy. And then in the last part of the quarter, Werribee obviously held the ascendancy and played very good footy, and they couldn't quite kick enough goals either. And it's due to the pressure that both sides are putting on each other is very, very tight. It's so much pressure. And, of course, when the rain comes and the ball gets slippery, it's hard to pick it up, and that contributes as well. But it's still good football. That bit of footy from Kerr towards the end, that goes so close to a throw, but it's not. It's really good footy. And that was the play of the day. But Belmont, again, they're still moving. I think they're kicking the ball better than Werribee are. A lot of the Werribee kicks are going straight up in the air, and that's because of the pressure. But I just think their midfield, they're dishing it out to a player. But if you don't, and that's what happened down here, when you kick to one player on 4, you have to be a league football, and even some of them can't do it.
They can't do it, mate.
Yeah, so you shouldn't really expect to be 100% perfect every time, so you don't make that kick. You go safe.
Whether Grubby, you go the bounds line, don't you?
Yes, you head toward. They had plenty of players out here, so you kick into a contest maybe, but kicking a 4-on-1, it went. He didn't get it.
Middle of the ground too.
Middle of the ground. That's probably a bad mistake, and I hope they picked it up. But look, every single player in the side has done something. They're having a dip, and it's a really good game to watch. And I think we could get into heart attack territory if it's still this close by the end of when the siren sounds.
Righty, out round the grounds. Thompson 15-14, 104 lead Geelong West 4-9-33. North Geelong 15-8-98 lead Belpo Steel 4-10-34. Anarchy 11-9-75 lead Corio 9-8-62. East Geelong 8-11-59 lead Bannockburn 6-5-41. And out at Winch we have Inverleigh 11-10 leading Winch 10-10.
Wow.
So, some good games, but some not so good games going around. Over to Bell Park, just for Dale's interest, Bell Park 47, leading Leopold 38, mate. Newtown 59, lead Geelong West 55. Gravy 65, lead St Albans 59. Colac 95, leading Lara 44. South Barwon 121, leading North Shore 32. And, of course, the Ballerine.
Sorry, what was the St Albans score?
They're a goal down.
Right.
Drysdale 50, lead Montewari 37. Newcomb and Amos are tied up at 61 apiece, 9-7 to 8-13. Still no power at Ocean Grove. Queensview 73, Port 54. And the big game, Torquay 69, leading Bowen Heads 50. They've kicked 8-2 Bowen Heads.
Wow, that's kept them in the game.
It has. So we're all set for a massive, massive final 30 minutes here at Simon Oval. Dale, this could be a lot of fun to call, my friend.
Let's hope so, Spider. As I said, it's rain has stopped now, so hopefully the ground has dried out enough, and we hopefully can see a quality final quarter football. So we're just waiting now. Umpire ground has been cleared. Wrong Spider, yeah.
I don't know what Tyler's doing, mate. He's a bit like the umpire. He's had 3 good weeks, mate.
The umpire now with ball in hands throws the ball in the air. Final quarter is underway. Evans gets the ball down, but it's Crennan who emerges. A little kick into the half-forward line. McDonald comes up at the ball. Couldn't take clean possession. Oh, that was a nice pick up by Aleph. He goes into their half-forward line. The ball got through the contest, picked up by Porter of Werribee. And he drives the ball out wide. Taylor leads in the race of the ball. Love to see him forward of the ball. And now into the hands of his teammate there in Andrews. Goes long into the forward line. Kerr couldn't take the mark. Ball gets out the back. So it's Belmont now with some numbers. They take some time through Jennings to deliver the ball to the half-back line. Not too sure why they went so quickly because they had the mark. Now it's in the hands of Crennan. He looks up, delivers the ball back. But there's a stack of Belmont Lion players there. And Michelle stands under the ball and he takes the mark. So Michelle now at the just sort of the centre half back position goes towards the club room side wing. Mark out in front, not taken out there by Stevenson. Tried to get out of the contest with a handball. Ends up in the hands of Culliver. He just puts boot the ball. It's going to work okay. Paddy Arch takes it. Put himself under pressure because he slipped. Got the handball away. Back in the hands of Culliver. On the left boot goes long into their forward line. Under the ball. The mark is taken very nicely. And I think coming across was that Thompson again?
Yeah,
no, it wasn't that time.
No.
It was Mayman. He's taken the ball.
Was a Rattley's mark of the day contender,
yeah,
I can tell
pretty
you.
Close grab. Nice grab in the defence there. So it goes back towards centre wing. Porter in front. Mark out the back. Culliver once again. Puts boot the ball. Didn't look, but put it in towards their forward line. Linehan Cunningham picks the ball up, goes to Patio's left foot barrel.
Well, it's got to be a goal.
Line.
No, that's a goal.
Well,
that's
it's pretty.
goals
it was as close as the last one, Grub. You're right. So that makes it 8-9 now for the Werribee side. 9-8 to Belmont, and we have gone just on 2 minutes. Connect tell final quarter scoreboard.
I can see the clock this time. So Michelle, not Michelle with the ball. It's a steal with the ball. Finds Michelle. So Michelle takes the mark just inside defensive forward 50 here. So looking at his options down the line. Does chip over the top. It's a nice little kick. Finds will that be 50 for Murdoch? The umpire said no.
He'll be a little bit lucky, maybe.
Yeah, I think so, mate. It was a little bit late. Ball floated a bit. Wiley looking for it short. Ignores that one. Has to go long down the line now. Ball getting very close to the boundary line.
out the
Boundary
full.
up on a fantastic
I
spot.
tell
there.
you what, that was a great decision by the boundary umpire. That was a tough one for him. He's in the right spot.
Called
Well
it
done,
beautifully.
son. Great call.
Called it beautifully. So ball brought back in by Porter, finds Culliver. Culliver driving Werribee forward again, heading in the Andrews direction. Sits pushed under the ball. Chesterman does really well, gets a handball up here. A nice little pick up by Stevenson. Handballs the ball out in front of Taylor. Taylor on the run now, throws the ball on the right boot. And has put Werribee in front. Here we go, 3 minutes. Werribee moved to 9-9, leading Belmont 9-8. Taylor, with his third for the afternoon, has been fantastic. We've gone 3 minutes. Connectel final quarter here at Galvin Park, Robbie.
Paul, in a game where it's been, because when the rain comes, it's been in and under and it's been popped out. That was probably the best play of the day. They really took the ball down well. I've just got the feeling a bloke like Taylor, if Werribee to win, I think he's the man, the go-to man at the moment, because he's very straight. He kicks very straight front of goal. I know Belmont have got a couple too, but Taylor on any of that was always going to kick that goal, and it was a wonderful bit of football.
Every time we've seen him, he's been centre or forward of the ball, and that's where he plays his best.
Yep.
Ball back in the middle this time. Evans and O'Halloran go at the ball. Umpire said there's a hold, and it's going to, looks like it's going to the Werribee player, and it will be. And Murdoch delivers the ball outside. Handball over the top is good. Thompson now kicks into their forward line. Evans leads in the race, and that's well read. Good mark, and an opportunity to put the Belmont Lions back in the front very quickly. So Ben Evans has two. We reckon he has one, but his umpire says he's got two.
You're saying he's got 1-2 instead of 2-1?
Yeah, that's
what you're saying?
Well, it could be 2-2 after this, but we'll wait and see, Spud. But he's going to kick the ball from about 25. Looks at goal. It is going across, but it's held its line very nicely. He has his third of the afternoon and puts the Belmont Lions back in front. They are 10-8. They lead Werribee on 9-9 and 4.5 gone. Connectel final quarter scoreboard.
Like you said it right before, Spider. He holds the bloke behind him off well with his body and then gets in front. So what Prismal's got to do now, or any of these blokes on the bench, if they're worth their salt, they've got to pick a bloke, and God help me, it won't be me, wouldn't have ever been me. They've got to stay in that hole. They've got to watch where Evans is coming and get in front of him. All right, they might get mowed over a few times, but he creates his space by his strength. So you've got to have someone in that hole to be in front of him. So he has to bowl you over.
Ball back in the middle now. Evans does win that one down, but only as far as the aforementioned Prismal. Prismal goes across to Crennan. Crennan drives Werribee long. Oh, in a space here. Ball hits the deck. In front, Kerr. Done reasonably well. He got to the boot. Chesterman gets run to the ball. Picks it up now. Looks one way or the other. Tries to break the tackle. Can't, but gets a handball away to Taylor. Taylor does exceptionally well. Throws the ball into the right boot. It's in the hot spot here. Linhan Cunningham stands his
he should have
ground.
marked that.
And the ball has gone over the boundary line. It'll be thrown in right next to the behind post here for Werribee. Who would have thought as the ball gets wet and slippery, we've got open and clean football.
Well, yeah. Well, the rain's gone away. As I said, the drainage is good. Look, the ball mightn't be too bad.
Well, the boundary umpire's doing a fantastic job drawing it for the players every time they pick it up. So anyway, ball to be thrown back in. Looks like Evans and O'Halloran are going to go at it again. Deep in attack here for Werribee. Great throw in there. Evans just tries to grab it out of the air, can't, drops it. Players stacked on the mill. McDonald could have made a free kick, but it wasn't. Falls out the deck to Linehan. Cunningham throws on the left boot. Kerr does really well to bring that ball to ground. Gets a handball up. No one there, so rush through for a minor score for Werribee. They move to 9-10, trailing Belmont, who are 10-8, and we've gone 6.5. Connectel final quarter.
Good footy, Kerr, but he just didn't have anyone to give it to.
Michelle goes out long with the kick. Mark not taken out there. At the back, Winston Wiley tackled, and he is taken over the boundary line by Kilby. And we will have a throw which will take place just outside forward 50. So all the attacking, pretty much bar the goal to Evans, has been with the Werribee side early in this last. O'Halloran now doing so, or continues to do the ruck work.
He's been huge.
Yeah, he hasn't done a bad job actually in there. With Evans, this time he steps the ball back inside towards the forward 50. Chesterman ran onto it, fended off, got the handball out the back to Culliver. Ball unfortunately goes over the boundary line, so another throw which will take place.
Grubby's cheer squad just walked past.
Yeah.
So just waiting now with the umpire. He's about to throw it back into the field of play. As we said, Plenty of time left in this game. Ball thrown back in. Both ruckmen probably missed it this time. Out the back, picked up by O'Halloran. Tried to get boot the ball. He missed. Crennan kicks off the ground, went back and collected it. Got the handball out the back. I picked up, I think that might have been Culliver. He was clean with the pickup, but was tackled straight away. Oh, I'm not too sure whether there was any prior opportunity there.
I thought there was. I thought it was a free.
Okay.
Yeah, he tried to break the tackle, but it was high, Grub.
Well, I thought so too, but, well, we're a long way away. I'll go with that one.
McPherson chips the ball back into the middle of the ground. That's a good-looking kick. Murdoch, I think it is, with the ball now, and he runs and carries and kicks the ball in towards their centre-half forward position. Mark not taken out there. I think there might have been a bit of a hole on the jumper there. Right. Eddie has it, got through the contest, feeds it out the back towards Evans. He does nicely to Michelle. Kick was smothered off the boot. And now Werribee with an opportunity over the there could have been a free kick. Ends up in the hands of McDonald, so it doesn't really matter. He looks to go long into the forward line. Chesterman, best position, out the back, continues to run, steps inside 50, looks up, goes short, but again, reading the ball nicely was Jennings. So Jennings now has an opportunity.
Hey? They're kicking it
straight
down
to him.
throat.
Well, that's all right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Best position.
He's under no pressure whatsoever.
Nursery rhyme, Grub.
Ball out the back. Handball goes to his coach there. They run through Vermeulen. He gets it back. Oh, he's under trouble now. He's been tackled and brought down. And Kirker, good chase. And the free kick will go to him. Just onside the forward 50. An opportunity now goes outside to Culliver. He loads up, goes long to the goal square. And that is a very nice kick. And he has got his first goal of the afternoon. And the 10th now for Werribee, which puts them back in front. 10-10 to the Werribee side. 10-8 to Belmont Lions. We have gone 9 minutes. Can I tell final quarter scoreboard?
Culliver.
It was Culliver. I was just about to say, Kirker, a bit of a mistake there because he handballed to a bloke under pressure. But he still got the kick away and kicked the goal because there was no one back and bounced through. So, you know, this is an absolute ripper. An absolute ripper.
Wow.
I tell you what, if this was a final, I wouldn't be too worried about it. I would be very, very happy to see these two sides play this football in a final.
Ball in the air now. Evans and O'Halloran at it again. Evans wins it on down.
High.
Culliver picks the ball up and has his head ripped off for the trouble. He just kicked that magnificent goal from just outside 50. Chips the ball out wide. Nice kick, maintaining possession now. So this one here, it's the important one from Camilleri. Does it well. Gives it to someone else. Makes it their problem. So long down the line here now. It's got through the back of the pack. Jennings done well to tap it forward. Picked up, chipped in there. That's nice kick. Finds Allett. Told to play on. It wasn't 15. Ball for ball, and that's what has happened here. So Taylor with the resultant free kick. If it isn't, no, I don't think it is. I think it's
Tyler Crennan.
Is that Crennan? I can't see the umpires anyway. And Crennan's only about 1'3", so
he's been good again, Crennan.
He has been good. So Tyler Crennan now puts the ball into the hot spot. That's where you want to be. Maybe a little shove in the back. Not pavement. Michelle takes a simple chest mark. All the players running under the ball.
There was a shove, but the bloke doing the shove then didn't go for the ball. To me, that's a free.
You know, Michelle plays on, looks for his options, runs himself in a bit of trouble, so decides to go out wide, only as far as Taylor, and that could be 50.
No, I think he's playing to it. I think he tried to get a 50 out of it. The umpire too clever this time.
No Ginnivan there, mate?
No. No.
So Taylor just outside his own 50. He's been told to play on. He's going to run around, and that will be reversed, and we'll go the other way.
Why was he told to play on?
I don't know what he was looking at either.
No, neither do I. But anyway, free kick now. Comes out over the back. Jack Evans can't quite take it. Picked up here. Quick kick away. Eventually gets through the hands of Wood. So not good for him. Picks it up now. Kicked off there was by Camilleri. Great smother. Carlton overruns it, but does well to knock it out of the hands of the Belmont opponent. Ball now wrapped up, not going anywhere. Has fallen out again. Carlton done another great job. Gets the ball back towards Kilby, who drives it forward again. That man, Taylor. This time gives the handball out wide to Crennan. Crennan running in
I'll tell you what,
missed it. So Tyler Crennan has 1-2. Werribee moved to 10-11, leading Belmont 10-8. We've ticked over 12 minutes. Connectel final quarter.
Hawthorn and 5 goals up in Adelaide.
Oof. Well, there you go. So Michelle kicks the ball and does a smart thing, kicks it as long as he can. O'Halloran at the back does well, taps it down. Carlton just throws on the boot quickly. He's touched off the boot. Oh, no, it wasn't this time. So Thompson's been very, very good. Chips the ball across. Nice looking kick. So Belmont now through the agency of Allen go wide, find Allett. Allett swings around the right foot, drives the ball long in the Ben Evans direction, and why wouldn't you? He flies, can't take the mark. Ball hits the deck. Wrapped up in a tackle, brought to ground. I think Gilbert tried to do the right thing, Grubb getting in front of him, but he got too far under the ball.
Got too far under it, yeah.
He did the right thing, though, trying to get in front and create something. So, slender 3-point lead here to the home side, Werribee. Ball in the air. O'Halloran does that one well. Quick kick out of the air by Ben Evans, though. He follows up and punches the ball forward again, falls into the hands of Kilby. Quick kick out. Oh, and Austin in the back. The umpire said, no, that's a mark to Phillips. So, Stephen Phillips of Belmont will be kicking every bit of 50 here to get to the line. So, he's going to have to kick at 52 or 53 to get over the pack. He decides not to do that and goes short and finds Evans. Evans swings on the left foot, goes out to Thompson. Thompson takes the mark. It probably improved it by about 5 metres all up, just moved it across the 50-metre line.
Yep.
But Harrison Thompson for Belmont. He's looking for leads. Maybe he thinks he can't kick that far, but decided to take the responsibility now. So in he comes. Plays on, kicks it, gets very close to the man on the mark. The result gets under the ball. Ball hits the deck. Players moving around, trying to pick it up. Quick kick off the ground. I didn't see who kicked that one. Was it Michelle, was it? So he's got his first score for the day. We're going with it anyway. Oh, the other one, so Scott Michelle. So Belmont moved to 10-9, trailing Werribee 10-11. We've gone 14 minutes.
So ball from Stevenson comes in long, goes out towards centre wing. Linehan Cunningham out the back. Mark, was it taken? Our umpire has paid it. Not too sure.
I normally go man in front there. I was just about to say he should have punched it, but I don't know. It's too far away for me to see.
He's been awarded the mark anyway, Grubb, out there on the far side. So he now decides to go a little bit longer over the centre wing position. Mark not taken out there, so through the defence of the Belmont Lions, they come back to the half-forward line. Linehan Cunningham was in that marking contest. Mark not taken, and now I think it was Carlton that had the ball in his hand, was it? No?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was Mackenzie, I think. Yep. He was tackled. And the umpire says we're going to have a ball up, which will take place. So Halloran there. Evans did that nicely. Handballs over the top. Went towards Eddie. Got through the contact. Went back and put himself under a little bit more pressure. The fence now is holding up pretty nicely for the Werribee side. A kick off the ground. Went towards Pattiage. He needed to pick the ball up. Couldn't do so in the end. Ball comes out. Thompson over the top of it. Kept the ball rolling forward. Ball underneath the legs. And the umpire sees it the same way. Will come in and have a ball up.
Jeez, Linehan Cunningham got one across the chops then too.
Yeah.
Oh, there was nothing in it, but...
So the ball's thrown in and the ruck contest. Ball comes out. Halloran did that nicely, goes outside, and Taylor takes the mark. So Taylor now has some running options down the ground. He loops over the top to Benny Leonard on the right foot, drives the ball long into the half-forward line, and that's Carlton. He's down that end of the ground. So he now has an opportunity. Looks up, handballs inside. Crennan runs inside 50, loads up, goes long. Kerr at the back, ball carries the back, and will go through and, it's gone over the boundary line for a throw-in. So an opportunity again here for the Werribee side.
Well, I think they missed that opportunity. So I just think he could have run a couple more steps and got the distance and kicked the goal. But I tell you what, it's the last quarter on a wet day. You got to be tired.
You don't know what's going around unless the talk's there, Grubb. So the ball's thrown back in. Evans had the ball, went back to the goal square, and Michelle's quite happy to see it through for a rush behind.
That's right.
No, so it's 10-12 now to the Werribee side. 10-9 to the Belmont Lions. 16 minutes gone. Can they tell final quarter scoreboard?
So Michelle has the ball now to bring it in. Will come out to Evans, who's in the pocket all on his own. So Jack Evans now looking at his options. Decides to go long down the line looking for his brother. Flying at the back there, couldn't take the mark with Stevenson. Ball, Kilby. That was Camilleri. Sorry, ball. Oh, that's a free kick. That is a... anyway. Porter's got back up. He's on his feet.
He's as tough as nails, this kid. I'll give him that.
It's a nice there. Anyway, he goes backwards. So, ball in the with Mackenzie now. He goes across. Oh, the umpire paid the mark before it was actually taken by Murdoch. He has time to recover after slips through the hands. Goes up the line to Andrew. Andrew now on the half-back line here for Werribee. Just steadies play up a little bit. Gives players a chance to move. You've got a couple in the middle here, and they've got support if he finds them. He does. Goes over the top. Falls to Prismal. Wasn't aimed for him, but got to him. Prismal
nowhere
comes
to
out
go.
wide to Porter. Porter now just drives the ball along, making space. That's a very good run. Ball bounces very, very nicely for Carlton. Carlton does the right thing. Puts it into the hot spot here. You don't have a chance for Werribee. Ball hits the ground. O'Halloran fighting for it. Does well. Evans comes through the other way. Just keeps pushing the ball forward. Tackle too high.
Wow.
Was there.
Yeah, it was. And I'll tell you what, they've come out of here. There's nowhere to go. That's how you play football, Brad Carlton.
Yep.
He made that run and he gave them somewhere to go. And that's why the ball is down there now, because of his run. And in the last quarter, you can think, oh, well, he made that run and he gave him a great opportunity to have a shot for goal.
So Linehan Cunningham now. The BLC looking for his first score. A goal will make it 9 points the difference. And he comes. Linehan Cunningham. Kick off the boot. Goal umpire has barely moved, and that is the result. It's a goal to Bryce Linehan Cunningham. It's the 11th for Werribee. They moved to 11-12, 78, leading Belmont 10-9, 69, and we've gone 18.5. Connect to a final quarter.
Well, I'll tell you, this is the longest Werribee have been in front. Every time they've actually hit the front, Belmont have gone bang, bang, and gone back. So, you know, this is what Belmont have got to do now. They've got to get the next goal, obviously, and they're quite capable of doing it. They did have the ball up in the forward line for a while before, like Werribee have been doing, and they couldn't score. So they've got to get into the forward line, and they've got to score now.
Anarchy are 34 points in front now.
So that's over.
Yep. And Inverleigh 17 points up.
So ball from the ruck contest goes forward.
Ooh,
Oh, high
tight.
tackle there, had to be. And that's the young Allen.
It's a hard tackle that
Yep.
because he was going down.
Yep, no, that's exactly right, but it was there.
Yes,
so he
I
was paid
definitely.
it, put himself
Oh.
under a little bit of pressure, went back to Evans. Evans just puts boot the ball, goes into their forward line. Opportunity now, picked up out there. This time it was McKenzie. Turned the ball over, went back towards Wiley. He puts boot the ball, and it is
Needed that.
offline.
That's the one I'm talking about. That's the one they had to get.
Through for a minor score, so 10-10 now to the Belmont Lions, 11-12 to the Werribee, and they have gone 19.5 minutes, and we're just waiting for the ball to come back in.
Grubby's gone to the coach's box again. No, he's just gone out.
Ball now arriving back. Stevenson doing the kicking in duties from full back.
Down to the toilet.
So the ball kicked into the back pocket. Mark taken out there. And Murdoch now goes along the boundary line. Dangerous kick. Went through the hands of Porter. And it's going to be a touch decision. Good decision there by the umpire again.
Both of them, mate. Both of them called it.
Yep. So Belmont now with another opportunity. Ball still in their forward half. Thrown in. Ball. Halloran front position. Evans did nicely with the body, goes to Michelle, puts boot the ball, goes back into their forward line. Mark not taken out there, now at ground level. Andrews comes in and he can't take clean possession of the ball. Sees it back over the boundary line, so another throw-in will take place. Forward half for the Belmont Lions. Inside their forward 50. What's he doing?
I don't know.
So, ball from the ruck contest. Michelle on hands and knees. Couldn't take the ball out of that contest. Tap forward. Runs back. And both the Belmont Lions boys there looked at each other. Now it's picked up there. And it was good clean picked up by Javaro, who was tackled. I'm not too sure they had prior opportunity there either, unfortunately.
And
Now there's
50.
been some lip from behind here. I don't know whether that's from the coach's
No,
box.
he would have been given a white card if it was.
He may have.
No, it was from the middle of the ground. Well, that's a decent 50, this one.
Yeah,
So now Brad Carlton is just outside, just on the point of their centre square. Options are short if he wants one. He decides to go just that little bit longer towards the top of the square. Mark not taken out there by Kerr. Went back and collected it. Left boot, went a goal and offline. Through for a minor score.
There's a goal in the third quarter.
11-13 now to the Werribee side. 10-10 to the Belmont Lions. 21.5 gone. Connectel, final quarter scoreboard.
Game is well and truly alive here. I think Eddie's got the ball now for Belmont to bring it back in. What's happened here? I heard a whistle, and we have a 50-metre penalty. So that's... Is it? No, is it down? No, it is a 50, and it's just gone a long way. So Eddie's in the centre of the ground, shipped out there to Allett. Allett well and truly in space. puts it out there. Gilbert gets in front, but this time Evans at the back.
What was the 50 for?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you, mate. It was a big 50. That went to the centre of the ground. It's a 75er. I'm going to measure that after the game in Dale's car. So Ben Evans coming in now, looking at his fourth. Kicks truly, so that is the 11th for Belmont. It is 11-10 Belmont trailing Werribee 11-13. We have gone 22 and a half. Connect our final quarter.
Unbelievable. Was it a kick out from a point, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And he got 50.
yeah, we got 70.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. But it doesn't matter because now there's only 3 points in it. Another goal to Belmont. They hit the front. It's been a fantastic game, unfortunately, and I know Jock's going to have a go at me, but I've been really good on umpires all year. But this umpiring display has been shocking. And it's got nothing to do with who gets the free kicks or where. It's just both sides. It's just been terrible.
Right, so the ball coming back in now. I've turned the lights on for those boots. Will we grab those shoes? They're very bright.
Yeah. Might get a pair of them.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me either. Go with your red and white ones.
Yeah, the green ones are next. I like
Green
them.
ones are next. Rightio. The umpire green for you. Ball back in the middle now. O'Halloran and Evans to do battle again. Both fly. Evans comes down hard. Handball out by Chesterman to Andrews. Andrews drives Werribee long in front. That's a fantastic grab by Linehan Cunningham.
Hasn't had the best of days, but by crikey, he's come in when he's needed at the moment.
Well, just strong hands, mate. Out-positioned young Primer. Used his experience, mate, and protected the ball. Brought it down. Two grabbing with the wet balls. Fantastic.
He's played a pretty good game, Primer, too.
He has. He has, young Gus. So, Linehan Cunningham coming in for his second for the quarter to give Werribee that breathing space again. Not a great kick. He's pushed it to the left. No. I don't know. Yes, he has pushed it just to the left. I didn't want to go too early on that one. To the left, to the left. So 11-14 now, Werribee to 11-10 Belmont. So Eddie brings the ball back into Michelle. So we've ticked over 24 and a half. Connectal, final quarter. Ball chipped over to McNamara now, finds space. Linehan Cunningham comes and stands the mark. Michelle running for the handball. That's where he's going to go. Decides not to. Kicks the ball long down the line towards Evans and Wood. Ball hits the deck. Prismal did well. Got the ball. Evans still fighting on the ground. Murdoch dives on top.
Ball it up, Mum.
Yes. They'll take it over, mate, right in front of us, buddy. 25 minutes gone.
Give those old eyes a bit of a chance.
Big Evans be like me getting off the ground at this stage of the
Tried
game.
to pick him up. You'd need a crane.
Yep, just about. So Ruckman go at it this time. Evans tries to tap the ball out, goes back in towards McNamara. He was tackled very quickly. Umpire said no prior opportunity there. So we will have a ball up again.
3-6 where we've kicked this quarter, Grub.
Yeah,
Yep.
So the ruck contest comes out there in the hands of Andrews, goes to Crennan. Crennan out the back into the hands of Stevenson. They're better players. Evans had it, lost it, goes into the hands of O'Halloran. He comes out of the contest, tries to feed the handball, but can't clear the pack. And the umpire says, let's have another ball up now. They'll throw up by the umpire again, centre wing position. Ball from that contest runs back towards the boundary line. Andrews the first to get to the ball. Unfortunately, the ball runs back over the boundary line, and we will have another throw in.
Noise coming everywhere, isn't there?
Yeah,
a bit of noise.
and so it should be.
People
It's
getting
an
involved.
absolute cracker. Here at the Duck Pond.
It's an Uncle Cracker.
A ball now thrown in by the umpire. Evans front position. Goes out the back, picked up there by Thompson. Right boot goes into their half-forward line.
Good
Porter
boy. Well,
read that
that's
nicely, come out and
fantastic.
took the mark. So I can steady things down now for the Werribee side. A little bit of cramp there, but has a running player going past Stevenson. Uses him now. Put him under a little bit of pressure, but he's able to get the kick away into towards the centre half-forward position. Ball is touched off that contest. Comes to ground, picked up. Handball comes outside. Taylor first to arrive. Looks to get the handball out the back. Went back to O'Halloran. His kick was dainty at best. Goes back to him again and kicks into the forward line. The mark has been taken by Vermeulen. Read again. Nicely read the flight of the ball. And he has taken the mark. So he's not wasting any time now. Comes back along the towards centre wing. Marcus not taken again. Taylor forced his way through the contest. Kick went up. Tap further afield there by Murdoch. And now the ball comes out the back towards Michelle. On the right boot, puts boot to ball. Ball goes high, up. Porter underneath it.
Well
done. And he takes the mark.
He hasn't been paid it.
Oh, no.
Thought he had a fair grab at that.
No.
Why don't you pay the mark up?
So the ball now with the umpire once again, thrown up by the umpire. Both ruckman there, hits Evans on the head that time. McDonald
Free
had
kick
it.
that
and he
time.
lost
Oh, he hasn't got a back either. Umpires have put the whistle away, Grub.
I know where I'd put it.
So again, no wasting time there. Evans takes the rock contest, takes the ball out of the ruck, goes to Chessman, into the hands now of Andrews. On the left boot, goes into their half-forward line, McNamara. And what they say, he read that nicely, but with best position, and he took the mark. So McNamara, he's not going to waste any time, plays on, goes into the middle. That's not a good kick. Has turned the ball over into the hands of Prismal. Back outside.
Hold up.
We take it out there this time. And McDonald, he's just going to take a little bit of time off the clock as they tick over 28. It can't be too much longer. Shaw kick into the forward line. Okay. Carlton comes up. And he takes the mark. Just need the next kick to be very, very good going into their forward line. If he's not going to have a shot himself.
Well, if he pretends to have a shot, he gets the 30 seconds.
On
Well,
the
the
clock.
umpire's lined
That's
him
what he's
up.
done. He's put the ball on the ground, pulled the socks up.
Knowing that he probably, although he's a good kick, young Brad.
So Carlton now steps over 50. Kick goes long, but is not straight. And it's through for a minor score.
Gee, I tell you, I don't know whether that was the right move.
11-15 now to the Werribee side. 11-10 Belmont Lions, and we've gone 29 to Connect-Tel final quarter
Ball
score.
brought back in. The kick was smothered. Picked up there by Credit. Credit on the boot. And has
he's missed.
Wow, we have a one-goal game. 11-16 to 11-10 here. We've gone 29 minutes. Connect-Tel final quarter scoreboard. Michelle with the ball in hand, directing traffic down the middle. That's where he heads with a nice long kick. Plenty of Evans there. Ben flies from the back. Picked up with smothered kick. Picked then Wood tries. Oh, it could have been below the knees with that one there. That could be in the back, but no, not paid. Umpires are completely letting it go now. Ball spills out free now. Chessman trying to run on it. Does really well. Knocks his opponent out. Grabs it. Knocks him off the ball. Sorry, not knocks him out. And
Down the
we
ground,
have a
free kick.
down the ground here.
There was a nest of lions there.
There was all the lines there. Oh, Halloran now just needs to take. Look at the goal square.
Kick it long.
That's where he's gone.
No! Oh, the big men fly for the Routley's pie.
Wow, way. And it's on. And 50. That will put the game to bed, one would think.
That's the mark of the year.
That is unbelievable.
He gets a whole basket of pies for that one from Routley's.
Well, he gets a pie-making machine.
Huh. He's going to brag about it all night too, this kid.
He's made 50 and Evans is trying to stand the mark 10 metres out.
Unbelievable.
Josh
finish.
McDonald, what a grab.
He's had a couple of goes today and hasn't quite connected, but by crikeys. And
He's put that into the duck pond. He has his second. He has the 12th now for Werribee. I've run out of room. 12-16, leading Belmont 11-10. 31 minutes. Connect-Tel final quarter. Cannot be long to go.
You just don't see marks like that. He's had a couple of goes. It was an absolute brilliant mark. And the Belmont people aren't happy with the umpires, but the Centrals people aren't either because, you know, and that's not me speaking, that's them. But I've just got to go on about that mark. And I don't care. I don't care if it was a Belmont player, an East Geelong player, or a Bannockburn player. That was one of the greatest marks I've seen in GDFL football. It was a beauty.
That will be on Instagram this week for the mark of the day, mate.
yeah.
No worries. I want to pinch that off the foot.
Give him the whole pie factory.
Give him Routley's. Wowee. So, back in the middle now. O'Halloran and Evans go at it again. Evans wins that one down convincingly. Ball going forward now. Thompson tries to pick it up, overruns it. Picked up there by Crennan, knocked out of his hands. Chesterman dives on top. With the stacks on the mill, the umpire will come in. Is that, no, it's not Crennan down. It's Kilby down, is it? Just gets up very gingerly. Yes, it was. So,
It's your fault for coming off.
ball in the air.
You had him beat.
Halloran won that one down towards Chesterman. He's got 2 to beat, does really well. Keeps the ball in front of him, picked up there. On the left foot was Eddie. Eddie drives him forward, but no one home at all. But Camilleri for Werribee. And there Siren! What an absolute cracking game we have seen here at Galvin Park. Werribee finish on 12-16. They have kicked, what's that, 4 goals? 8 in the last quarter. 12-16, 88 defeated the previously undefeated Belmont Lions 11-10-76. Goal kickers, please, Dale.
Yes, 3 for Taylor, 2 each to McDonald and Saliba, 1 each to Culliver, Crennan, Kerr and Andrews. And for the Belmont Lions, 4 each to Sam Jones, all in the first half. Ben Evans got his 4, and 1 each to Murdoch, McPherson and Wiley. We'll take a short break. We'll go through everything that's happened here at the Simon Oval. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Enjoy great brass band.
Well, welcome back to Simon Oval, Galvin Park, where we have witnessed an absolute classic, probably befitting the fact that it was first versus third. Sorry, Grubby, it was first versus third, mate. Werribee Centrals have kicked 4 goals, 8 in the last quarter, dominating play to Belmont's 2 goals, 2, to run out 12-point winners in... This is a game you'd love to see on St Albans, in the Grub.
Yeah, and I think... My worry with Belmont was they're on a small ground, but I think the way they move the ball and kick to position, I think that they'll actually like the bigger grounds as well. So that's in their favour. It was a cracking game. Belmont led for the majority of it, really, and Werribee sort of come back and got within distance. You know, I know they kicked a lot of points in the last quarter, and people say, oh, well, it's 28 shots to 21 and whatnot, but a lot of that was just due to the pressure, as we said during the call, the rain, just about everything. And look, I know there's a lot of unhappy people around here, but look, I'm just glad, privileged to be at the game. It's probably the best game I've seen for the year, or close to it. And look, Belmont's undefeated run has come to an end, but I tell you what, they do not have to drop their heads. But there's no shame in that. They were very, very good, and probably a little bit unlucky towards the end of the day. Again, as I say, Werribee didn't kick. Good on you, Wagga. Yeah, Gerd Junker got the 3. Look, I just think Belmont have a very, very, very good side, and it is very, very hard to come and win at Werribee. If they only lose 1 or 2 games for the year, and one of them happens to be at Werribee with the form they're in, then that's fine. But, Werribee, look, I was a little bit disappointed until half-time after their big win last week, but that was the pressure and the football Belmont put on them. A great game. Look, as I said, no shame to lose, but Werribee, they can hold their heads up. I just think, I've probably been a little bit pro-Belmont in my comments, but on the Werribee side of it, they should be proud of what they did today. They were behind. They were playing a very, very good side. And, look, they lost their ruckman in the first quarter, but the boy that went in there was very, very good. Probably the turning point of the game was Sam Jones doing that hamstring. I've got no doubt in my mind the form he was in, if he stays on for 4 quarters, I think Belmont win that game. They got it down there in the last quarter and the third quarter and just didn't kick enough goals. And with Sam Jones down there, I think they would have. But all in all, a great game, and I think both sides have got to be very well pleased with their efforts.
All right, Dale, you got anything to add to that?
No, I'm not even going to try to add to that, Spider.
No, it was good. Good summary, mate.
Look, as I said, it was a good game of football. The weather interfered with it through in the third quarter. As I said, it was just a game that toed and froed. Each side had their opportunities. Obviously, if you look at the scoreboard, 28 scoring shots to 21, you think that maybe Werribee should have won by a bit more. But having said that, a lot of those balls were under pressure late in the game. So, as I said, when you come and can see a game of football like that, that's what you're looking forward to, I think, and that's what makes the difference. And both sides have no doubt that they will be taking a fair interest into the final series this year.
You know how you said you couldn't add to it? Well, guess what?
No,
you didn't. You said exactly what I said.
Just in a shorter version. All right, round the grounds, boys, we get the votes. Thompson, 2015, 135, have defeated Geelong West, 6-12-48. North Geelong 18-11-119 have defeated Belpost Hill 5-12-42. Anarchy 16-13-109 have defeated Corio 11-10-76. East Geelong 8-16-64 have defeated Bannockburn 8-7-55, and I'm guessing there's going to be a final score because this score's been with us for a while. Inverleigh 18-11-119, I'd say have defeated Winch 15-13-103. So that is the wrap-up from the GDFNL round that has happened. Obviously today, the 12-point victors to Werribee. Lads, probably the toughest part of the day.
Oh, I've got no idea. I tell you how much idea I
Brad
haven't
doesn't
got.
get a vote for hiding out of the rain. He misses out.
I tell you how much idea I haven't got. I'm not even going to laugh at your vote, Smitty. I'm not even going to laugh. Not even a giggle.
Well, you know what? I went first last week, so it's someone else's turn this week.
I'll go first.
Rightio, Dale.
I've given one vote to Justin Porter.
Oh, sorry, I said I wouldn't
He
laugh.
played a pretty solid game in defence, I think, for the Werribee side today. And as I said, when you need some players to obviously stand up during their time, they can maybe have someone around him that can keep going. As I said, the 2 votes for me went to Nathan Jennings of the Belmont Lions. I thought he was very good all day and very consistent, won plenty of ball through the middle and in the defensive end for them. And I keep going back to seeing a bloke that just keeps getting the game and got better and better as I went through, and I gave it to Michael Culliver. Got plenty of ball and kicked the goal. Just a good finisher, and I think he was probably my better player on the ground.
Grub?
Oh, I don't know who's the dickhead, me or Smithy. I think me today.
You've had a week off. You get back into the system.
Yeah,
Sam Lowe 3.
I wanted to give Blake Taylor a vote because I thought he was the bloke that actually changed the game in that third quarter and last quarter. But you got to play, at least 3.
At least 3.
Pity he didn't have to play 2 because I'd have loved to have said Sam James 3 votes because he was just
He was clearly best on ground to land.
Oh, no doubt in the world. No doubt in the world. But in the end, I went 1 vote to Tyler Crennan. It wasn't his greatest game of footy, but it was still as good as most of them, I thought, and that vote could have gone to anyone. I gave 2 votes to Wiley. I thought that's the bloke with the bandage around his nose before he went out. I think Cogsy would have hooked him in the change rooms before the game, but I thought he was fantastic. But I thought all day Chesterman was the best player on the ground.
Wow.
Well, there's 6 different names.
Yeah, I know. I know.
And that doesn't happen.
Now, don't you go and change them because we've given ours.
I've given one to Heath Buck. No, I'm not going to change mine. I actually have no idea. I did give one to Taylor. I thought he was really, really good. When the game got hot, he was the bloke who I thought stood up. Any chance we can give 9 players?
He's definitely not a defender, I can tell you that.
Well, he was. Remember the first game? He did start in defence and he went forward and changed the whole game.
Did the same thing here. Played in the back line the first quarter, was no good.
There's no chance he's going to be a tie, mate. Don't worry about that, because that was the only difference I had from Dale. I gave Nathan Jennings 2 votes from Belmont. I just thought he was their best player. Obviously, after Sam Jones went off the ground, I just thought he was in everything, and he seemed to be called every time the ball was there and the ball was moving forward. Apologies to probably both ruckmen. I thought O'Halloran was really, really good.
They were both good.
I also thought Evans was really good. Ben Evans down forward. He just knows what to do and where to get the ball from. But I'm with you, Dale. I just thought Culliver's game, even when it got wet, he just seemed to be a little bit above everybody else on the ground. So I gave my 3 votes to Michael Culliver. So that'll end up being Culliver on 6, Jennings on 4, Chesterman on 3, Wiley on 2.
Doesn't matter.
Porter, Crennan, Taylor on 1.
Doesn't matter.
It does. I'm reading out the scores.
You read out whatever you want. I'm giving it to Chesterman. It's simple as that.
Fair enough. Fair enough, mate. That's fine. You do what you like. All right, gents. We obviously have next week off. It's
Do we?
Yeah.
We've got a holiday next week.
Yeah, it's a bye. We've got the King's birthday next weekend, mate.
Oh.
You know what the beauty for us is, mate? That means we've seen Grubby once in 3 weeks.
I come down to Newtown next week.
I'm not going down there, mate.
Who are they playing?
Hey,
South Barwon.
Pity they weren't playing Bell Park. I'd come, but no
mate,
day off.
if I've got a chance to sleep on a Saturday, I'll be taking it. So,
Yeah, no, I've got to work, so it won't make rain.
so we suppose have to look ahead to round 10.
You don't have to look far.
So the games we've got.
You don't have to look far.
We don't, but we've got to go through the games anyway, Grub, all right? Belmont Bellpost Hill, which is Belmont's past players' day, but unfortunately I don't think we'll be going there somehow.
I don't think so.
I think
there
Belmont
might be a better game.
Might be 1 or 2. Hello, Craig. North Geelong Inverleigh at Osborne Park.
That will be a pretty good game.
Will be now.
But no.
Thompson versus Aniki at Thompson.
That would also be a good
That'll
game.
be another good game too.
But no.
But no.
Bannockburn versus Corio at Bannockburn. They must play about 7 games in a row at home, do they, Bannockburn?
I don't know. Well, Werribee do. I think they play 8 out of the last 11 at
I've said
home.
no rooms.
But I just think no.
Winchelsea versus Geelong West.
No.
And that's the game's finished.
And one more you might want to have a look
I
at.
have it, mate. It is the battle now, probably will be for, well, there's 3 sides now tied on 8 and 1. Werribee versus East Geelong.
Well, I
here.
can't say East Geelong.
No.
Well, where are we going?
We're coming back here, aren't we?
Can't say East Geelong again.
That'd be 5 times in 9 rounds.
Doesn't matter. We'll have to see him.
I'd,
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah, 65 he is.
I don't know about you, Dale, but I'm probably more inclined to go to North Geelong Inverleigh myself, or Thompson Anarchy.
I don't care where we go, to be honest. I'm quite happy to travel wherever we go to, but
I don't care either, but that'll mean we've seen Werribee 4 times or 3 times and East Geelong 5. I just think we need to perhaps look somewhere else.
All right. If you had done it last week, you'd have missed the best game, dickhead.
why is that?
Well, you've had to gone somewhere else.
We didn't.
That's right. And I don't think we should be again. When you see 2 and 3, all on the same points.
Could be 1 and 2. Who knows now after today?
I'll put it this way. It'll be equal first versus equal first. I don't think you can go past it. And I'm not saying that because I only have to come across the road. Because I'll probably have to go down to hashtag and come back again.
Well, the ladder's been updated. So East Geelong are now on top, 32 points, 170.94%. Belmont Lions are second, 32 points, 142.60. Werribee are third, 32 points, 131.22. So, look, I'd probably agree with you, and I'd probably have to agree with you, Grub. Dale, we do have to go and see the best 2 sides, I think, playing next week, and that's probably where we're at, I think.
Look, it doesn't matter to me. If you
No,
want to
we
go
don't.
somewhere.
No,
I'm
just
just too far down the ladder, but anyway,
I'm
that's
just
fine.
being-
Doesn't worry me at all.
I'm just being a smart grubby to get back
Well,
at you
no, it
for all
doesn't
the
matter.
crap.
We can come up the highway again.
Yeah, we'll come up the highway again, so we'll be here next week. Boys, you might as well leave the van here.
Well, we may have a new van next week.
No, not next week, we won't.
No.
No, it'll be a couple of weeks later.
Tyler told me there's a chance for next week,
Next week?
which is, next game.
Yeah, 2
We've
weeks
got
away.
2 weeks to fix it.
Right, there you go. So, we will be back here in 2 weeks' time for what will be hopefully another absolute belter of a game, and that's what we're all about, I suppose, these days. The following week, I don't think Well, you're definitely not here, Grubby, and I don't think Dale's here either. The 22nd, and that is.
Have you haven't worked that out yet?
No, you did say before.
I'll probably go up, but I can't. I
Can't get on
I
it.
won't. Yeah, I won't be having a big day because we've got no
They're
staff.
one down. They're one down. They're staffing.
So I'm working
What's
every day.
that got to do with coming to the footy? Are you coming to the footy or not?
No, he's not. He's
No,
going
no.
to his past players' day. So Tigger's coming in, and I think that one that will probably because it is the 50 years of Cry, and we probably said we're going there. That's Cry and North Geelong, which could be an absolute ripper game too.
Yeah.
So that'll be probably where we go the following week when we get a new truck that might actually make it.
Right.
All right, everybody. What an absolute cracking day. I hope our viewers and listeners have enjoyed the call today. We've certainly enjoyed calling the footy. Thank you to Tyler. Not so much to Brad because he just came in here and hid from the rain when things got tough. Brad,
Absolutely wimped it.
hey, when things got tough, he didn't get going, mate. He hid.
Oh, there he is.
There he's down there. He's down there still hiding from the weather. No. Thank you to Brad and
I've got a
Tyler.
question before you go.
Yeah, mate.
For you, Smithy. Not you. You.
Yeah.
Would it sound biased, right, if I started singing, "Come on, boys, make a noise"? Would that sound biased?
No.
Okay. We're the Red Hot Sapphires.
We are the boys from
Werribee.
Righto.
All right, thank you to Al in the studio. Thank you, listeners. Thank you, viewers. You've been listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
All right.